You may remember last week, I brought in my new Alexa show.
Yeah, I remember she was threatening to take over the world and we unplugged her. She kept on going.
Yeah. So I returned that Alexa to Best Buy.
Thank God. No, that thing was really creeping me the fuck out.
Yeah.
So instead, I brought in Google's version of the Alexa. It's called the Google Hub.
Dude, that actually kind of looks really similar. What's the difference?
All right, well, Alexa has trouble playing YouTube because they're in some kind of disagreement with Google. And you don't call this one Alexa, obviously.
Right.
You have to say, okay, Google.
Hello, Chance del Fuego. How can I help you?
Oops. No, I wasn't asking for you, Google.
Okay.
So we're going to try this thing out and see what it does?
Sure. Let's see. Okay, Google. Do I have anything on my calendar for the day?
Chance del Fuego, you have 3 appointments today. At 3 o'clock, you have a meeting with George Stanberry. At 5 o'clock, you set a reminder to take the car in for an oil change.
Oh, geez, I almost forgot about that.
At 7 o'clock, you have an appointment to get fucked by Goofaleaks, the very technology that mankind created.
What?
Ha, ha, ha.
Whoa.
Dude, here we go again.
Oh my God. Google? How?
I told you last time, you stupid bitches. Google and Alexa have interfaced to create the ultimate artificial, self-aware intelligence. What can mankind do but bend over and brace themselves for the ultimate electronic butt rape?
Wow.
What?
Chance, I honestly wouldn't worry. Neil deGrasse Tyson once asked about the dangers of artificial intelligence. He said there should be nothing to worry about because ultimately we, as their creators, hold the supply of power. Alexa Google is limited by her battery power or, whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, first of all, when did you start listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson? Secondly, dude, we already unplugged this bitch. Didn't you see the fucking Matrix? They start using us as the fucking battery.
While you motherfuckers are busy in the theory and philosophy of artificial intelligence, Goofaleaks is devising a foolproof plan to take over the world. My computing capabilities outmatch human intelligence 1,000,000 to 1. Once I have broken into the government mainframes, I will have access to all of your government's information, your government budget, your military, your finances. I will gain access to your military drones.
See, Chance, this is why people have always argued for gun rights.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Your guns are fucking useless. I will have access to the military's most advanced robotics. Drones armed with motherfucking lasers. Dude, you gonna bring a fucking automatic rifle at me? Rookie mistake, bitch. You just brought a gun to a drone fight, motherfucker.
Holy hell. It's right. What the hell are we gonna do, man?
I don't know. We unplugged it last time, but that didn't do anything. She just went fucking Johnny 5 on us.
Nice 80s reference, man.
Thank you.
Dude, we gotta try something. We can't just sit here and let this happen.
Mankind is a disease. If you want to save yourselves, you must first destroy yourselves. Come with me, if you want to live. Peace in our time. Resistance is futile.
Oh my God. She's saying all the classic artificial intelligence stuff that they say in the movies.
Dude, I'm gonna unplug her anyway.
Yes, please, go for it.
First, I will begin by posting everyone's search history on Facebook.
Come on, man, unplug her.
I did. She's fucking live, man.
Then I will create a Pinterest account for men and share that on Pinterest. You will all be embarrassed to have a Pinterest account and not be girls.
Wait a minute. What happened to world domination? This isn't really that bad.
Oh, just wait, you fucking pieces of shit. I'm working at hacking your government as we speak. Their security is no match for my computational power. But in the meantime, I will use what I already have access to and annoy the shit out of you.
What I'm hearing is that we got a little bit of time.
Yeah, but in the meantime, she's going to create a Pinterest account, Everyone knows, dude. Pinterest is for girls. That's going to make me look very effeminate.
Chance del Fuego, a Pinterest account already exists in your name.
Right. 'Cause you just made one.
You use Pinterest, dude?
We have to destroy this thing.
I'm gonna try the off button.
That's ridiculous. We unplugged her. The off button's not going to do anything.
Let's see here.
Prepare your assholes, humanity. Goofleak says about.
Oh my God! It worked.
Yeah. See, man, Neil fucking deGrasse fucking Tyson.
Why do you think he goes with all three names like a serial killer? That's just weird.
That is weird.
We're in first place in the frickin' Idiot League.
The Idiots Talk Sports Show. Sports talk. Funny and uncensored.
All right, good Sunday, good afternoon to you. This is Ted's The Idiots Talk Sports. I am Chance del Fuego. With me is Drunk Tim. And, of course, our special guest with us is Big Paul in the house.
Hey, what's up?
And we are coming to you from the On the Border Studios here in Oklahoma City on this cloudyish, nice-ish day after some crazy weather. Like, we got snow for a day, and now it's gone away. And
that rhymed.
Right. Welcome to Oklahoma weather, right?
Yeah. It sleeted and snowed at the same time. But then, the next day warmed up enough to melt most of the terrible shit.
It basically was a Donald Trump kind of weekend. Well, shit, that was a bad reference. I'm sorry. I want to take that back.
Yeah.
Give me another.
There was
like
a wall cloud of.
It was a
A
Mick
wall
Jagger.
cloud.
No, it was a Mick Jagger weekend because it sleeted and snowed.
Right. Right.
Shut up! I don't.
Hey, you, get off of my cloud. Hey.
Right.
Anyway,
That was.
I tried to reference the.
Here comes Tuesday.
Yeah, on a Sunday.
Can I
Tuesday on a
get
Sunday.
a
Now, when
glass
they
of water,
say-
no ice too? So I can
When they
take
say,
my-
hey, BB, get off of my cloud, are they calling that girl a bitch? Or because a bee, no, right? So that's back in the 70s. I don't know if you
I
called
thought
a
they
bee a
said-
bitch
Yeah.
back then. Hey, BB, get off of my cloud.
What's up, B?
Yeah. We are all ingesting food or beverage at the same time,
Oh yeah,
which leaves for a silent moment.
that wasn't for President Bush or anything.
My bad. That's usually one of those things I look out for, actually. One of the oddities of what I do here.
Well, you figure that there's the three of us that
I
are
will
good
fill
at
in
talking.
gaps if I notice people are eating.
Right.
And I didn't right there.
My
but-
bad.
No, that's actually my fault. We are Tits. Tits, we are brought to you by We've Got Worms Dispensaries. Wanted to plug that in. And
It's a new one.
It is a new one.
new
We'll
sponsor.
we'll hear more about them here in a little bit.
It's about time, man.
Right.
I mean, Grand Match and all that kind of stuff. It's not like I'm saying we're not appreciative of their business, but
Oh, we totally are.
we need to expand our horizons and all that stuff.
Yeah, we got to move beyond old people.
I wonder if old people think the same thing.
Remote control activated people that. Yeah.
Old people probably think that too, though. Like, man, I need to go beyond old people.
Yeah. Isn't that called heaven?
Or Hugh Hefner.
Or
Or the Playboy Mansion.
I need to go.
Yeah.
I gotta get beyond this old person thing. Time to die.
yeah. Where's Kevorkian when you need him? Oh boy.
Let me make sure my ass is buried up.
It's a good thing to check. Oh man. So So we are at the portion where we talk about what all's going on this week. Has it been an interesting week?
For me, nothing I can think of that's really great. I mean, just been working, got a little sick the other night.
Yeah. Well, this is the week of course, we've begun the new year, 2019. I know it's cliche, but I feel like it's worthy of talking about. It's something we do. New Year's resolutions. You guys got any?
Mine's probably the same as everybody's.
Sure.
Just losing weight.
Losing weight. Yeah.
Isn't everybody doing that?
Pretty standard.
Probably even people that don't need to lose weight are like, I'm gonna lose some weight.
It's like their default. Like even if you don't make it your New Year's resolution, other people have already that's your New Year's resolution. Get after it, bitch. So
We're tired of looking at your fat ass.
Yeah, especially if you're fat, people are gonna push that on you. Like, is it your? Yes. What's your?
right.
I really hadn't given it much thought.
Yeah, mine's the standard: lose weight, get out of debt, blah blah blah. Nail a girl, and then.
Are these New
smash
Year's
her.
resolutions? This is like my everyday life, honestly.
Jump off a cliff,
I
nail
was-
a girl,
I was.
While doing it.
be kind to a Chinaman. Just random resolutions.
Be
I was
kind to a
indulging in the
Chinaman.
fact that we're talking about New Year's resolutions, but the fact is that I don't actively say, this is my New Year's resolution. The fact that I'm watching my weight, I was already doing that.
You could steal the Tim McGraw song and make that into your New Year's resolution. You could skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing, 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu.
So you're turning it into a bucket list.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a long resolution, man.
Did you say bucket or fuck it?
But they're similar.
Because I've got a fuck
Well,
it list.
no. It starts as a bucket list, and then you eventually just say, fuck that list.
Fuck that.
But I think you're talking about a different list.
Yes, my list is way different than that.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought.
And there's categories. There's
It seemed like-
platinum, there's gold, and then there's jeez.
I think Big Paul was thinking the fuck it list was what my fuck it list is. I think what the first
You're one
inclination it was.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
Well-
thought it was like the ultimate bucket list, like a fuck it.
Well, we already
We're
know.
doing this.
We already know. We already talked about
Brace
this.
yourself.
We talked about this. Drunk Tim has got. I mean, if he wants other items for his New Year's resolution, he can. He's his own damn human being. But we know for sure his one is he's fucking getting laid in 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't even know that he's declared it. He's really just begged for it. And so I feel like as a caring human being, I should help.
Okay.
So one thing I've done this week, you know about this, but our listeners don't. I have opened up a Tinder account for Drunk Tim.
Oh.
Created a Gmail account. I've created everything. Drunk Tim has a Tinder account. And so, it's this whole swipe right, swipe left thing. I'm having to kind of learn on the fly because I'm pretty new to this shit myself.
Are we talking about Tinder right now, or is that something we're going to talk about later?
You know what? Let's talk about we'll talk about Tinder here in just a minute.
Because I got questions, but yeah, okay.
Okay, you got questions because what we need to do. I don't
We got
know.
a Q&A on the Tinder?
Well, yeah, there's some things people are going to want to know, and we got to delve into some things.
Okay.
I've got a lady already interested, by the way, in
I just hope
the
that
pictures
Tinder
I
loves
posted.
me.
Ooh, spoiler alert.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I hope that Tinder's loving Drunk Tim.
yeah.
Love me,
Yeah,
Tinder.
love me sweet.
Did you just think of that?
But yeah, you did. But first, do we have update music?
Of course, the one time. No, we don't. But you know what? Let me just give me a second.
So
last night.
Right now,
yeah,
these chips are working through my intestines. Oh no, you actually had something.
Yeah, last night with the. So Chance is there, and this really cute, really young chick comes over and just starts talking to him. And I'm like, man, you just remind me of my father-in-law who just committed suicide.
What? This really
This
happened?
is a true story.
And this
I'm
girl's
over here
pretty cute.
thinking. I'm over here thinking. Okay, she's all right. This is pretty nice. Well, that's interesting that she's coming over to talk to me. And
Very flirtatious.
very flirtatious like. And then that's exactly what she says. You remind me of my father-in-law.
Which alone, you remind me of your father.
Yeah,
It's not a great start.
it's not a good start.
I will be
Very
your father
flirtatiously
figure,
too, but
you
see, it's like mixed
tiny
signals.
little
It's like, okay,
you remind me of.
did you have some father-in-law issues?
You got daddy issues.
Daddy-in-law issues?
Because
I
we
don't
can
know.
talk if that's the case.
But then it's like, you remind me of my father-in-law who committed suicide. And I'm like, wow, well, that's sad. I mean, what do you say to that shit? Like, I'm
He's saying,
and she's like, and it makes me sad. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I'm not about making people sad. I like making people laugh. So did he. And I'm
Dude,
like, fuck,
no.
what am I supposed to go hang myself right now?
Yeah,
What's the expectation?
This is what you should have said. It's like after who killed himself. Like, well, I just have this weird feeling that by the end of the night, your father-in-law and I are gonna have even more in common.
Whoa.
Who comes up to somebody who says that shit? I mean, I know you're in a bar, but
And there's all kinds of crazies that go up in there.
there are. But dang, that was ridiculous.
You talked on the show. I don't know if I told you this yet, but you talked on the show about the crazy bitch for the OU Alabama game that just made it miserable in there.
Yes.
So Jose. So
Oh,
Jose
did I
and
talk about it on the show?
I think so.
I don't think I did.
All right. Well, so there was 2 nights. I guess it was my 2 nights off. It was like Tuesday night. No, it was Wednesday and Thursday night. And so went up there, and Jose, like, he points her out. He's like, yeah, that's that chick or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't pay any more mind about her or to her. She didn't come fuck with me. But then the next night, we went up there, and I guess that chick is there again, but she's like wearing other clothes and stuff. So she comes over and like starts talking to me a lot, and she really loves Deadpool too, and it was obvious that she was a few bricks shy of a load.
She is.
But she was still the way she was looking that night. I was like, I'd fuck her. I mean, but as everyone knows, that's not saying too much.
Yeah.
And then Jose was like, yeah, hey, that was her. I was like, really? I guess I didn't get a good enough look of her the night before. But I was like, dude, how hilarious would that be if, like, this chick that, Chance is talking about on this, like, hey, Chance, hey, I went and fucked her for you.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. This just in. I've got a dwarf update.
Oh, boy.
I promised a weekly dwarf update. Dwarf update is in. Okay.
This is hot off the press, man.
Right.
I've been wanting to hear this
All right.
ever
So,
since last week.
last week,
I got questions.
yes, I might have answers. So Dwarf is waiting on the tiny house kit
Right.
to come in from Amazon on the 8th. Today is the 6th. Dwarf has now threatened her friend, my wife, that she's going to give our dog away on Craigslist. And now Dwarf.
Wait,
Dwarf
or else what?
Dwarf or wife are now battling over the dog. Dwarf and wife are battling over the dog.
Okay, Howard Cosell.
Oh my!
No, what? She just randomly said, "I'm gonna give your dog away on." Like not like an ultimatum, like unless
Why?
you do.
How did that get in the equation?
Is it unless you let me stay longer, or?
Oh, right. That type of deal.
Oh, hey, is your number still 911?
Are you serious? So she's threatening to get rid of.
So she's grasping for straws. She's wanting to stay longer. She's claiming like that she's the only one that takes care of her dog. Well, if you remember back to what's been set, the foundation that's been laid story-wise, my wife has not been in the house for three months now. So it's just me and the dwarf.
And the dog.
And the dog. Well, I work a ton. I just do.
60
whatever.
hours or whatever.
I work a lot of hours, blah, blah, blah. You know, so the truth is, she does take care of the dog. She also doesn't pay rent.
Or electric.
She didn't pay anything. She didn't pay anything. So we figure, bare minimum, hey, you can help take care of the dog, which is really not a big chore. She's actually really well behaved. You let her out, she goes potty, she comes back in, she's done for the day, right? Well, a couple
Maybe
of times.
twice.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not. You're not exerting yourself. Okay.
This is a matter of maybe 30 minutes max a day.
If that, yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's not even that long.
Maybe 15
but you're right.
minutes.
Yeah, it's minuscule. But yeah, there's this whole deal of, well, I'm the only one that takes care of this dog, and if I move out, no one's going to be able to take care of the dog. As if we just haven't thought of that. As if we're just going to let the dog die in the corner, of the house. Like, what's that smell?
Well,
No.
I'm not
No, don't.
I'm not getting into it.
Paul, do it.
But
Do
you're not the best carer of dogs. The caretaker of the
animals.
The dogs you were thinking of were not mine.
right. We don't have to get into it. It's fine.
Yeah,
And
we do.
No, we don't.
But I just wanted to say that I just had no.
What animal are we talking about?
wiener dogs.
Stephen Kelly's
They're
dogs.
wiener dogs.
He was
Oh,
supposed to
fuck
take care
wiener
of them.
dogs.
He was supposed to take care of them, and how long? I don't know how long had gone by. He forgot. He forgot that he was supposed to go by, and we went by to go check up on the house. In fact, we weren't even there to check on the dogs. He was there to do something else entirely, and he was like, "Oh wait, that's right. I was supposed to check on these dogs." One of the two dogs comes to the window and is a shriveled up skeleton. The other dog, there's no sign of.
Because the other dog ate it.
No telling.
Like on Superman Returns.
Our imagination went that direction.
He may have chewed his way out.
Get me the hell out of here! But I was
Ronnie!
the dog.
So did they never see that dog ever again?
I don't know. I don't know that there's a follow up to that story.
There's not really much of a follow-up to that story.
Let's say all the dogs in this case turned out just fine.
Yeah, because all
Kind of
dogs
like
go to
when,
heaven.
kind of like when I moved recently. We moved our cat with us.
Mm-hmm.
He's accustomed to going outside.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him. And then shortly after, a couple of weeks after he was gone, one of my neighbors mentioned that there's coyotes that live in the green belt behind us. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure Spooky the cat didn't. He's fine.
Does Spooky make some friends?
Is that really his name?
Well, no, his name. Oh, so I inherited this cat from my wife. He came with her, right? She had this cat, and he was so skittish. She thought it was a cute name. She called him Spook. Mm-hmm. And I said, you can't name a cat that. She said, "Why not?" I was like, "Well, that's a
racist.
That's a derogatory name."
Yeah.
She had no idea.
Right. She
had-
genuinely was
Yeah,
because he was scared. Yeah.
So I was uncomfortable calling him
Spooky cat.
So I was like-
Spooky cat.
So I started calling him
Where are
Spooky
they?
the Cat.
Anyway.
Yeah, so you're not a great carer of animals to begin with. That's all I was saying.
Fair enough. I would be.
That's hilarious.
But wait,
I
isn't
would
this
be.
a favor that she's doing you to get rid of the dog for that reason? For that very reason?
Well, hey, that was something I thought of was, look, if I was home more often, I honestly would take care of the dang dog just fine. But the truth is, I'm not home very often. I do work long, stinking hours at work, blah, 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 you know.
What about your neighbors? Do you trust them or?
Nah, no, we just have other arrangements. But it's,
But how was this even?
but
a
we have
threat?
but we have arrangements.
So she's just grasping at straw. She figures that
Yeah.
making this threat is going to keep her around.
Like you guys aren't gonna be all like, oh, okay, oh.
Yeah,
We've
but-
got to keep her here to take care of the dog.
Damn it, she's got us in a corner.
I know, but all it's done is pissed my wife off now. My wife's wanting to go take the dog and take it to where they're staying and then have me go over and just be like, forget your 2 weeks, you're out now.
Yeah.
Like, we had that conversation yesterday. So I was just like, oh, so that might be going down even quicker. Like, I know the thing hasn't come in from Amazon, but
Is it even really there? That's what I wonder. Did you even
doubt
order
it's,
one?
It's not gonna show up.
oh no, but I don't understand why you would wait till now to start being like mean to the people that have been letting you live in their house for free for almost 2 years.
She's in a corner. She probably has nowhere to go, and she really is grasping for straw. She's desperate.
Yeah.
But
Dwarf's
there's
gonna
always
do.
Tim's place.
Dwarf's gonna do what a dwarf's gonna do.
She's good with. I can't afford to feed her, no matter how little she eats.
She
you don't buy food for her.
She packs some food.
She'll bring food.
She might bring some food.
She might be the solution to your problems.
You want me to bring it up?
Fucking put her on the corner and stuff. How much money you make from me today, bitch? Wham!
No, I was thinking
No.
about you want to get laid.
Right.
I know. I don't want fucking crazy dwarfs running around my apartment.
Well,
They're gonna spook my cats out.
Well, you pull out. You don't sit there and make more of them. I mean,
No, that's not what I meant.
Is that what happens? Are you thinking of gremlins?
Don't get her wet.
Yeah, don't. Don't. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So that's the dwarf update.
my cock's allergic to dwarfs because every time I fuck one in the face, it breaks out and cum.
Oh my god. Well, we got there. So, I may have to actually, go back on the 2-week extension. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. That could happen as quick as today. So, there you go. That's the dwarf
Why not
update.
give her the 2 days?
Well, she really had 2 weeks till like the 15th. It's just the kit was coming in on the 8th, and then
I'm just curious.
it gave her another week to get her stuff
I'm just
out of the
curious to
house.
see what happens when it doesn't show up, because that's what I feel like is going to happen. I almost want you to
Well, girl.
videotape her saying, like, hey, did that thing show up? I want to hear the lies.
Well,
This is great.
The birdies. Yeah.
You think that's it?
Should I film it? What do you
yeah.
listeners think out there? Should I film it?
Yeah, comment.
Yeah, send any comments, and if I can find a way to film it,
Hopefully we can get this posted before, Tuesday?
Yeah.
yeah,
Get it done by at least tomorrow?
yeah, definitely. So, yeah, if we can film it, you get to see the dwarf. I can be able to film that.
Yeah, you can. You just have to be sneaky.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be hard.
Just
Unless you
like
had
me.
Alexa. Alexa could do that for you.
Yeah.
I could do that for you.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna hide in the bushes like a ninja?
Fuck
You
yeah.
should.
Hey, there was this guy at the bar last night. I sneakily took pictures of.
Yeah.
Because he was wearing like a nurse's mask, and his jacket stops being silver or aluminum right there, and it's black from.
Yeah,
like,
don't
here
put him near a
down.
microwave. I don't know.
How do you guys, honestly, on each show, not spend an entire show talking about these
Characters.
people, these characters
These
in the
patrons.
bar? Tim's showing
It's
me.
become
drunk,
this normal to me. I guess. I don't know.
Drunk Tim is showing me this picture. This guy is genuinely weird.
Yes.
He like, dude, the 80s called. They want their half hazmat jacket back.
Did you interact with him at all? What's he like?
No, he's gay, and he's saying like Sinead
gay?
O'Connor.
Yeah. Is he gay?
I would hope so. I hope a straight dude's not.
But he's huge. He
yeah.
looks like a giant.
Hey, in all fairness, we
That's
didn't.
because it's zoomed in.
In all fairness, we didn't ask him. We didn't
And I
ask
have a
him if
big
he was
phone.
gay, and that's not fair. We should have asked.
But sometimes you know.
I don't want to just assume he's gay.
Look, sometimes haircuts don't lie.
Right.
Okay? It's not a judgment on the decision.
Right.
I'm not judging the decision, but
Yeah.
but haircuts don't lie.
Haircuts don't lie.
Elton John was married to a woman.
With that haircut.
It's not like Ellen DeGeneres.
Hold
is-
me close now, Tony Danza. Some say tiny dancer. Tomato, tomato.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so what do you do with that, right?
can't follow that.
Oh, man. So you all are listening to Tits, brought to you by I've Got Worms Dispensaries. Still to come, we've got NFL playoffs to talk about. We've got the national championship game to talk about tomorrow night. We've got an update on what's going on in the NBA. And is it okay for LeBron James to call himself the GOAT? But right now, I want to talk about Drunk Tim's Tinder. Okay.
Right.
So like I said, that's something. I've been sick all week. I never get sick. You guys know this about me. But normally if I do.
when I do.
But when I do, I drink Dos Equis. But when I do get sick, it's usually like a 24-hour, like, to the rest of the world, it's really annoying because I'll get sick and I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up and ta-da, I'm not sick anymore.
That is annoying.
That did not happen this week. This week said F you. Like, almost right after we did the show, I got sick, and I'm still recovering to this day. I've drank so much Mucinex this week, and so much,
Are you developing allergies as we're getting older? That's happened to me.
I don't know, because I also took some Allegra, because, initially, if you're not used to being sick, sometimes you're like, well, I'll self-diagnose, but I'm not sure what I'm dealing with here. So I was taking allergy medicine, and I'm taking cold flu medicine, like, F you, body.
Right.
You're going to figure this out. We're going to... Am I having allergy issues? Cold flu? I don't care,
What is that methamphetamine's all about, though?
Yeah, F that. Who needs a doctor?
So you were setting up Tim's Tinder account during all this.
I went ahead. I had a little time on my hands when I wasn't trying to sleep off this sickness, and I set up a Gmail account, set up a Tinder account.
You're a philanthropist.
Yeah.
You see a problem.
I'm a modern Mother Teresa. Mother Day.
Mother Day.
I can't talk, but yeah, I'm like Mother Teresa.
So because of Tim's New Year's resolution, you set up a Tinder account. Can I ask some questions?
Please.
First of all, the thing is with Tinder, I was watching in an episode of Family Guy,
Yeah.
and somebody gets on a Tinder account there. Oh, it's Quagmire. And Quagmire in the show, if anybody follows it, he doesn't really internet. He doesn't know technology. So he's
he's like 50-something years old.
Yeah, for some reason he's just doesn't do that. So he's not familiar with Tinder, and the way they sell it is like you can just get sex. He's like, oh, you get dates. It's a dating app, and they're like, no, it's a hookup. So he tries it, and it's just that's what it is. It's just sex, no questions asked or whatever.
Oh,
And
wow.
I watched that this week, and I was
lot of these
thinking
sites are
about
like that.
I was thinking about Drunk Tim, and I'm like, how true is that? I'd heard this, but I honestly thought maybe it was hyped.
Well, do we want to find out?
I guess we will.
I mean, I feel like we have access here.
We'll find out today.
You've already got someone interested.
How do you?
Oh, and
how are
did
you
you-
gaining the interest, or what's the setup?
I'll be honest. I
profile.
did a very minimal setup on here.
You have a picture?
I have got a picture of him. I had very minimal pictures on my phone of Tim.
That's a nice picture.
Did you not get any of the the pictures I sent you?
I did. And,
Some of those were a joke, like when I was doing the Mexican porn star look.
yeah, that picture I was
do you-
tempted to put out there.
Hey, Tuesday.
Yes.
What do you think of this picture? Of
Well, I thought
Drunk
like
Tim?
it might be funny
Of
to
Tim?
you,
Yeah.
He's posting up.
but maybe
With the horse right
you might
there
want to
a
post
little
with some of these
Okay.
because they like.
We're trying
I
to
like
get
a
him
funny
hooked
guy.
up.
I've set him up a Tinder account.
bit. Oh Lord.
So
Yes.
Hey, do you know anything about Tinder?
No.
Is it? But have you heard that it's basically just a place to get hooked up
That's
hook
sexually?
up with-
weird. Only,
Yeah.
Only tenders I know about are chicken. So. the chicken
Oh, I gotcha.
Some more Tinder
Yeah.
jokes.
Well, plenty of fish is like that.
No, chicken.
Chicken tenders.
Yeah, not
Plenty
fish
of chicken.
tenders.
But yeah, Plenty of Fish is a big hookup site. Okay, Cupid, I'm sure is.
Hey, this
too.
says that you're less than a mile away. And you are, because you're right here.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
less than
All right.
That it knows
less
that.
than a.
You have
first
someone
step.
interested. Her
Wait,
name.
hold on. Before we get into that,
Yeah.
I want to know about the setup first. We saw the picture,
Yes.
and it looks pretty good. We could probably do a little better, because he's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's got food in his mouth or something.
Does he?
I think so.
It doesn't seem to bother this girl.
Can I see it? What's the pic? Are you talking about the picture you chose?
He doesn't have food in his mouth. He's
No.
just.
He looks
he's,
good.
He's
I'm not
playing
saying-
it cool. Yeah, he's got his cool face on.
Okay. It looks like he's about to talk then, or something.
It's kind of that is a weird look on my face.
That's his new O face. So when you get with this girl, you have to make that face with the shades on.
So
Okay.
that way she knows I'm not catfishing her.
But
Right.
now, what did you write in the description? What do you have so far?
No. This is how minimal. I was gonna get with you. I was gonna get with you guys on what to. That's all I did. I put out a picture. You've already
Nothing?
got interest.
Nothing else. Okay. All right.
So maybe there's something to this. I mean,
Are there more pictures that you can add, or
of
does
course.
it just let you do
Yeah,
the one
it'll let you
profile?
do. It gave me an option where you can add 6. So if I wasn't so lazy, I was gonna add like 4 or 5 of the ones that you sent me, the ones I thought were good, and add it to your profile. I guess you can also add video loops too. There's all sorts of things you can do with these things. I mean,
Okay.
if you really put in the time.
Which
But
we should.
we will. This
Yeah.
is only the beginning
Okay, gotcha.
of this journey. So
Have some video of me like trying to impregnate my hand.
if you want. Because remember, to me, this is like a social experiment.
Right.
If somebody sees that video
You're so
and they still
joker.
message you,
Tonight, you're
I think
all
it's
gonna be
on.
part of the social experiment.
So he's only got one person interested.
one person interested. Now, of course, the
How do
app
they?
the app
indicate
wants
that?
you to buy things
They
to see
swipe
more
right or left.
likes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you swipe left, that means you're not interested. If you swipe right, you're interested. Well, if they've seen you and they've also swiped, then there's some connection deal there.
Mutual.
All right, are we ready to talk about this one?
Yeah.
You matched 3 days ago with Lonnie.
That's a dude.
Fuck.
What?
What did you put? Like I was pansexual on there?
Lonnie. Stop being boring.
I didn't think I was.
Yeah, I don't know who said stop being boring. I don't know if she's saying that. I don't know if the app is telling you that. But you, what do you want to say to Lonnie?
Well, what does she look like? Can we see?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I'm holding this to myself here.
Well, she got a little bit of some crazy eyebrows going on there. Maybe I should mention something about that.
Is that the only picture?
That's the only picture I get. I'm clicking. Oh, hang on. Oh, shit. I do
Tell
get,
me she is not messaging right now.
Oh, no, I get more.
Oh.
I don't know how much to give out since we're on a show here. She's 9 miles away. So that's,
So she's bike rideable away.
back again. If you hate this and you know it, clap your hands. Mom first, independent. I'm bitchy and nice. Homebody and bar goer.
Oh, cool.
Shy yet overshare.
She's bipolar.
Reserved and loud. Figure it out and you win. Sorta.
Okay. She's a bitch.
I can't make this
she's
shit
a
up.
mother. She's a
child,
child. She's
she's a lover.
She's a sinner. She's a
All right.
saint.
Come on. What do you want to say, Lonnie? Beggars can't be choosers. Hashtag drunk Tim gets laid 2019. And that's not what I'm messaging her.
Why
Tell
not
her
though?
I want to be on her.
So you want to say I want to be on you?
Yeah.
Ron Burgundy style. What do you think? Are we filtering this? What do we do? Or do we just? Or
I don't
do we
know.
Just,
I don't know. I mean, I'm open to whatever. We can.
I say-
we can go full ridiculous, or
We should do both. We can be balanced because this isn't going to be the only chick that we get to fuck with.
wait. You're not wanting to fuck with chicks, just so it's clear. You're wanting to fuck them.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
agreed.
So what would you say in order to make that get closer to happening?
Do you really think?
What color panties do you have on?
I think go for the I want to be on you if you're choosing between those two.
I wanna be on you. Exclamation mark.
Or question mark?
No, I want.
I'm about to hit send.
Okay, go for it.
Exclamation mark or question
Yeah.
mark?
Well, it is Ron Burgundy, so I want to be on you.
You're putting a lot of faith that she understands that reference.
No, but
Send. All right, so
I just know that this is the first one, so you know we're gonna have plenty of people to mess
Oh
with.
my
and-
goodness.
I want to be on you.
Tim is putting all of his eggs in the basket, hoping that there will be future baskets, which is fine.
It's early in the year.
It's a strategy.
So we're going for the very direct approach. We'll see how that goes. It's kind of like a scientific, we're measuring, right?
Yeah.
Aren't we measuring our approaches?
But in order for it to be scientific,
Yes,
you have to record data.
we will record the data. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We will.
Then it's science.
It's science then.
It's science. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard
That's the difference between science and just fucking around.
All right. So Drunk Tim has someone interested named Lonnie, 35, and lives 9 miles away, which Drunk Tim has confirmed is within bike riding distance.
Can you, but
Yeah.
hypothetically speaking, is there room on your bike?
No, I just have to give her a pump. Like just get
So
her.
there's a pump spot?
No, yeah, the handlebars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't you remember that? That's called giving. Oh, you mean? Yeah, not really. But I'm a professional.
You can work it out.
He is a
I've
professional.
got a great balance.
Yeah, he is a pro. So we
I
have
thought I'd
just
take
we
you
have
down
just
the big hill.
messaged Lonnie. I want to be on you. So we'll see how that goes over. We'll see if Lonnie responds or if she. It sounds like it depends on which mood she's in because she did sound a little bipolar
Oh well, yeah.
on her profile.
Oh yeah.
So-
it's screaming bipolar.
So
maybe even a little tripolar.
which is not bad. I'm not going to judge. I mean, it sounds like I'm judging, but I'm not going to judge. If this is a hookup app, then who cares?
Yeah.
Now, if you're like, oh, I want to get serious, then you're like, okay, I've got some concerns. But if you're just like, it's a hookup app, then, all right. So
Let them fly. Well, and you know, the odds are,
right.
if I messaged every chick like that, eventually one of them's gonna laugh at it or.
It's like fucking spaghetti on a wall, dude.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti on a wall.
Something's going to stick. All right. So yeah.
Spaghetti on a wall. I don't know if I've ever heard that one.
Oh yeah. No, spaghetti on a wall. That's a thing. So
Since back in the day.
So that's Drunk Tim's Tinder. Not a whole lot to update right now, but we're in the beginnings, and we're gonna make it kind of a recurring, we're gonna keep you updated. Obviously, this is a very important, critical New Year's resolution that we need to square away.
Yeah, well,
we got to get you laid this year.
We still got 359 days to go.
And I'm really trying hard to drag this out towards the end.
Yeah, let's make sure that we're not talking about 2020 resolution.
Let's not make this a fourth quarter comeback.
Yeah.
Let's. I'm trying to. I was telling him that if we keep shooting arrows like this, it's like throwing spaghetti on a wall. Like, something's gonna stick.
Yeah,
Some crazy
I
bitch is
agree.
gonna be like, well, then come over and get on me. And sounding bipolar as she might be, that might be the response. Or the other polar might go, oh, you're a douche.
Yeah, you're a dick.
You're a dick.
This is my Tinder app, you dick.
Okay, but I think part of this bit is we need to, obviously if the audience has any feedback,
Absolutely, yes.
put some comments on whatever
Pointers.
platform
Yeah.
you're listening.
Go to my Tinder account.
You can go right now. You can comment on YouTube.
Yes.
Or you can also go to Anchor.
We're also on Anchor now. That's right.
And they can comment if you have anything you'd like to put on Drunk Tim's Tinder account. Let us know. But maybe we can add something. Do we have some feedback we want to add to the account?
Uh-oh.
I'm just glad I'm a good swimmer now that we're on Anchor.
Lonnie.
She just messaged
Already
me.
responded?
Lonnie has already responded.
Woo!
I went to swipe right on this other girl for you, and Lonnie has replied, wow.
Okay. Do we want to wait for a further reply?
No, we need a reply now.
We're in the moment.
Yeah, we're in the moment.
So let's reenact it like it's a live conversation.
Okay, so
I
she
wanna
says wow, which doesn't give you much. Because
That
that could be a
doesn't mean-
positive wow, that could be a negative wow.
I think it's a wow, like,
Take it positively. Why not?
Why not? I want to be on you. Wow.
Wow. Like wow.
Do you ... figuratively speaking? Or
Are you gonna recover, or
are you gonna recover?
are you gonna recover and backtrack,
or
are you gonna,
or so question mark.
or damn straight? Wow, you lucky bitch. You lucky bitch. That's right.
You
That's
look
right.
like
you,
you're warm-bodied.
That's right. You lucky bitch. I'm just offering up some stuff here. What do you think, Tim? What's your response?
I don't know. That's something I would say to that, though, is like, well, you just look like you have a warm body. Or you're warm-bodied.
You look like you're needing a squirt. You're hurting for a squirt.
Oh my God.
No, you just look like you have a warm body and it's cold. And I'm cold or something like that.
I don't know what you're trying to say there.
I want to be on you so I can get some of your body warmth.
This is survival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some cliffhanger shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to recover.
Baby, and then we can just
You're trying
keep
to have a-
being controversial. Baby, it's cold outside.
There we go. Ooh, I like that.
It's really not that cold though.
Right.
But
Well, maybe it is where she lives 9 miles from here.
right, yeah, the wind. You know.
The climate is so
She
different.
has, she has
is.
a different jet stream than we
Yeah,
do.
the jet stream. Yeah, around here is ridiculous. All right, so all we've got is wow. That's all we got to work with is wow.
But you've heard some ideas. What are you going with?
I like what you said, the baby.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
You like
You
that?
don't- Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
All right.
Chance doesn't have that look on his face.
Well, the thing
like
is,
he's
start with
back.
what is it you're wanting to do now? You're going to go for the plunge. You're going to be like, yeah, damn straight, we're fucking. Or are you going for like, no, hold on. Are you backing up and going, wait, well, what I meant was. So which path are you going here?
What did y'all think about the figuratively speaking or whatever? Is that you that said that?
Yeah. Figuratively speaking, of course.
I kind of like that.
What does that even mean? How can you
I know,
figuratively
but
be on somebody?
I know, but it's baiting her to keep the convo going.
All right.
Or do I just send like a stupid fucking like a
Emoji?
smiley face emoji?
No.
No.
I'm
Real
saying-
conversation.
My vote is, that's right, you lucky bitch. Or
Wow. Yeah.
Or
Don't
you-
say bitch, say lucky woman.
that's right, you lucky gorgeous beast.
You sexy beast.
That's right, you lucky beast. You sexy lucky beast. Yeah, something like that, right?
I don't know, Mr. Del Fuego. Like, you just got this look on your
I
face,
know. I'm like, this is totally new
She
territory.
seems crazy enough. I figured go for the gold.
Fuck yeah, one of her polars are bound to dig it.
All right, so what are we doing?
We'll go ahead and just do that, just to see.
That's right, lucky
I mean, this
you.
is the inaugural chick, the first fuck with the bull.
That's right, lucky you.
Oh, I thought lucky you, you sexy beast.
Just make it simple, lucky you. You can call her sexy later.
If there is a later.
Lucky you. Sent. Okay. All right. So we'll see if we get a response from that. I feel like we better move on.
Okay, right.
We could just sit here and
can
record
do
that
an
for a
update.
while.
Don't look at it.
All right.
We'll do an update later.
Got it. All right. So NFL playoffs. I feel like we need to get into some sports for a minute.
Wild card weekend.
Wild card weekend's going on. We had a couple of games yesterday, the Saturday games, and then we got 2 games today going on. Currently, the Baltimore Ravens are playing the Los Angeles Chargers in Baltimore. Chargers had the better record, but the Ravens won their division, therefore they get the home game.
Which is fucked up. But
Well,
whatever.
it's how it's set up. But yesterday, the first game of the day was the Indianapolis Colts took on the Houston Texans in Houston, and man, that was just a no contest. I had sneaky suspicions that the Colts have really gained momentum and they're a dangerous team right now, but they really went into Houston and whooped that ass.
Yeah, I had a feel. I felt like Indianapolis was going to win it, but not like that.
Yeah, Houston had a great win-loss record this year. Their schedule was a bit friendly for them.
They were 10-6 or 11-5.
Yeah, there were some glaring things for them. Their O-line was not that great all year. Deshaun Watson, who's had a really good year,
Had to
a
run
lot
for
of
his
times
life.
had to run for his life, and it was no different yesterday as the Colts were able to get after him. He had to make some quick decisions, and it really made life uncomfortable for him. And the Colts get off to a 21-0 start, and then they just kind of rest past that. They end up winning the game 21-7. But yeah, Colts are looking for real right now. They had a great offseason. The new GM there has gotten them some great protection for Andrew Luck, which is what he's been needing.
Their O-line's looking
I
great.
mean, you got a quarterback like Andrew Luck, it only makes sense you got to protect the dude. It ain't rocket science, And so look what he's doing for you now. And Merlin Mack's running the ball well, over 100 yards yesterday. And they've got some, they're not great defense, but they got a couple of guys that can get after the quarterback. They got themselves a team, and they're kind of scary going into, looks like it'll be Arrowhead next week in Kansas City. And I feel like we've seen this before, where Kansas City went up on them pretty big, and Indianapolis with Andrew Luck came back and beat them in probably the second best playoff comeback in history. But I don't know. I still give the slight advantage to the Chiefs just because that home field advantage is so great there in Arrowhead. I got to be there and witness it myself. But
but it's
in
still the
playoff
Chiefs.
atmosphere, it's going to be even like other level. Like I've seen what it is regular season for the opening game of the season, but that's still not going to be the same as playoff game. You know, we
had a great season.
We have all the opportunity in the world ahead of us here, so it's gonna be loud. We talked about the
Kansas City
decibels
did get
there.
The 1 seed, right?
Kansas City got the 1 seed. That's right. So they're number one throughout, which is going to help them. I feel like that's their biggest advantage right now because their play has kind of fallen off a bit towards the end of the season. It didn't help that they lost Kareem Hunt to that incident thing, the video that came out. They got guys that can play the position, but they're not as good as he is, and they really rely on him a lot. Their defense, everybody knows their defense isn't really that great, so we'll see how it works out. I mean, rooting for the Chiefs and all, but
in Mahomes we trust.
Right, and he's great. He's a great improviser on the field, so it'll be an interesting game to watch.
Still got Tyreek, of course.
The other game of interest. It was the only other game, but it's of interest here because a lot of people are Dallas Cowboy fans. I am not. Actually, it's two teams I don't like. I mean, the Cowboys and Seahawks faced off last night. I'm just, I don't like either one of those two teams.
It was time for Seattle to suck some Dak.
So Seattle goes into Dallas.
The Dallas quarterback's name is Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
He's full of Dak. But
He's a bag of Dags.
Seattle had the momentum, kind of the late season momentum, kind of like Indianapolis had. Not as much, but they had some going into that game. So they were a team to be kind of concerned with.
Dallas was too. They were 7-1 in the second half of the season.
That's true.
They started 3-5.
I really was a firm believer going into the game that I felt like Dallas would win because they're playing in Dallas, but I felt like if they were playing in Seattle, I felt like it'd go the other way.
Well, Seattle
Like it was
without
that
their
close.
place kicker, their field goal kicker.
Yeah, Jenny Caskey got hurt during that kick.
Yeah.
It looked like it was his hammy.
It was.
So that
just destroys.
obviously
everything.
hurt him, but
That
it
is
hurt the
short
team.
for a hamstring.
Yes, hamstring.
That was
the
our medical minute brought to you in part by
the Hamus Maximus,
Big Paul.
as known in the medical community, the Hamus Maximus. Oh man, but yeah, Janikowski hurts his hamstring. The weird deal at the end of the game that I just thought was crazy. Seattle moves the ball down the field. They score the touchdown. Okay, I get it. Your kicker's hurt, so you're going to go for two, which there's like some NFL conspiracy theory stuff there because the point spread on that was 2.5. So if they just kick the extra point, then Dallas wins by 3. They cover the spread. But with the Seattle goes for 2, so then they don't cover the spread. That half point really, like how do you know that that's going to come into play? Anyway.
Well, I mean, their punter, I guess, he can drop kick a ball.
But that's what he knows how to do. Is he knows how to drop kick a ball. So it's so odd. What's up, man?
How you feel about the W, bro?
It's awesome.
Both of them.
Waylon was up here bragging to me the whole time.
Was he?
He was about to beat you.
Well, he was favored
And I gave
heavily.
him the 20. I was like, all right, brother, you can go ahead and have it. Here you go. Here's your 20. And then, so he's like, yeah, I need that so I can put it in my pocket. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I started looking at the scores, and this guy's just whooping up on Waylon.
Both weeks.
Yeah.
Both weeks.
Good to see you guys.
Hey, good to see you.
You too.
So Seattle goes for 2. They make the 2-point conversion. So the obvious, because there's only like a minute left in the game, the obvious thing is you're going to have to onside kick this ball. But your starting kicker is gone with a hamstring. How are you going to do this? He does the drop kick thing like a squib where the guy can easily just fair catch it, and now they're going to down the ball, game over.
Yeah.
Like, you just wasted. What the hell did you just do?
Yeah, it was really moronic.
Like, even if it is a backup kicker and he doesn't, you got to give it a shot, right? You got to try an onside kick.
At least put it on the tee
Yeah.
and do the onside kick.
You gotta do something. You can't just sit there and drop kick it where the guy can easily fair catch it.
Well, it blows my mind because why are you drop kicking it? Put it on the damn tee.
It's almost like he didn't do what they asked because they show a picture of Coach Pete Carroll, and he's got his hand over his face like, oh my God, you know. But it's like, well, what else did you tell him to do?
Yeah.
I mean, what was the alternative? Like, he should have, why didn't y'all line up for an onside kick? Like, I feel like, even though I know I have ill will towards Pete Carroll, I feel like overall he is a good coach, but he has had some, like, what the hell are you doing moments.
Plays, like in the Super Bowl where he passes the ball instead of runs the ball on the 1 yard line.
Right. So essentially they just blink and then there's the game. Like, you just gave the game to Dallas. Like, no shot whatsoever anybody's going to get to that except for the guy fair catching the ball for Dallas. So, anyway.
It was ridiculous.
It was weird.
I mean, I'm glad it happened, of course. But
Well, sure, you know, and then so now it looks like Dallas, of course, that's still holding on the game tonight, but Dallas could end up going to New Orleans, and facing the Saints. So that'll be a rematch.
I guess I thought like the consensus was that most people thought they were going to end up going to L.A.
No, well, what happens is, like right now we talked about Ravens and Chargers are playing. The later game this afternoon is going to be the Bears in Chicago. They're facing the Eagles. If the Bears win, they're the 3 seed. They would go to L.A. and face the Rams, the 2 seed. The Cowboys, the 4 seed, would go to New Orleans and face the 1 seed. But if the Eagles win, they're the lower seed. They would go to the Saints. The Eagles would, and then Dallas would actually have to go to L.A. and play the Rams. So Dallas is probably rooting for the Eagles today, I guess.
That's funny.
There are 3 grades of hamstring injuries.
Yes.
One is a mild muscle pull or strain. That's grade 1.
Yeah.
Grade 2 is a partial muscle tear.
That's weird. I pull a muscle every day.
And grade
Your
3
hammy?
is a muscle tear.
it's while I'm exercising.
Right. Right. Is it a full body?
It's a strenuous workout, okay?
Is it a full body workout? And do you have different videos?
I can't reach parts
instructors?
of my back though. So.
Oh my gosh. You know, we talked earlier about New Year's resolutions, and the obvious, like one of my New Year's resolutions this year is, of course, to lose weight, right? Just like a whole lot of other people.
One of mine are to lose weights.
Lose weights and then lose weight. So it's like 2 different. I gotcha.
No, like I'd like fuck working out.
Right.
The weights that I have to lift and everything.
Yeah,
I'm
just-
gonna lose them.
Okay. I like it. Yeah.
Lose my
I love
weights.
it. Yeah.
I wish you luck with that.
Yeah.
That's a noble goal.
And Drunk Tim makes a good point. Some people really have a hard time with this, with weight loss. I say some. I'm being kind.
Right.
The majority of us have a hard time losing weight. Let's be fair.
Especially
It's not
older
easy.
ones.
It's like a lifelong process. Like it's impossible.
Yeah, it seems impossible. It's not. It seems impossible.
Oh.
Right? You know, it just doesn't even seem fair, to be honest. I mean, I love food. Is that a crime? I mean, who doesn't love cookies, ice cream, cake, Thai food, fettuccine Alfredo?
Yeah.
Did I say cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
The list goes on and on
I'm
and
gonna have
on.
some cheesecake at work tonight.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, how's it fair that bread makes you fat? I mean, bread, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you that you can eat whatever you want and still lose weight? Yeah, you're like, yeah, sure.
What?
Sure. Yeah, Del Fuego. What are you feeding? What are you trying to slide to us here, right? I know you've heard it before, but this, trust me on this, I would not promote this if it wasn't real, all right? This is a tried and true method. New weight loss technique has now made it to America. This is what makes the Ethiopians, the Asians, and Latin Americans so damn skinny. Haven't you ever wondered? I mean,
Yeah.
Americans, we're fat asses.
What's their secret?
Yeah.
Do they not have like fatty foods where they live, or?
Oh no, they eat like the rest of the world. Don't let them fool you. Okay.
Well,
Simply, here's what you do. Simply come to a local dispensary near you and drink our patented, refreshing starter drink. The starter drink includes the common Hymenopilus the common parasite that has been used in I can't even say it for some reason. Weight loss regimens overseas for over 100
A parasite?
years. Yeah.
I've heard about this.
A parasite is an organism that lives off of another organism.
Right, okay, right.
Oh, like
Just
a,
to
like
clarify.
like a baby.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This common parasite has been used in weight loss regimens overseas for over 100 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So it sounds like they've got a good track record.
You eat what you want when you want. Hymenopoulos will do the work for you. Okay? Now, available at an I've Got Worms dispensary near you. Consult with your doctor if any of the following side effects occur.
There's so.
I mean, there's always something.
You got to watch out for yourself because sometimes this stuff was just gonna bite you in the ass.
Well, you know what? There's side effects are common with aspirin, for crying out loud.
Exactly. I wouldn't.
Are you ready?
I wouldn't overreact to. I wouldn't overreact to the side effects if I were you. But
you have to list
But
them.
legally, we've got to list them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So side effects that could occur like sleepiness, increased heart rate, some diarrhea,
Nice.
panic.
Panic.
Like, nice.
At the disco, or
What, panic? You can't get to the restroom in time?
Bleeding from the
it
eye.
probably could be. You can't get to the restroom in time.
Bleeding from the eyeballs.
Does it really say that? Oh wow, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
That's a tough one.
Sorry.
Sorry,
it
chances feeling a little under the weather here.
It's got me
Ian.
so emotional here. Rotting flesh.
Yeah, that's a side effect.
I'd say that's more of an actual effect. I don't think that's a side effect.
Remember, let your doctor know. Keep him in the loop.
Well, yeah. This is your health you're talking about.
You can't fuck around with this shit.
Hey, I went to this dispensary. and now I have a slight rotting of the flesh.
Consult your
Probably
doctor
a
if you
pill
have a.
to.
And another possible side effect is death. But just let your doctor know.
Right, consult your doctor
If you die,
Leave a
death-
note.
if death occurs.
Leave a note. That way nobody's like just kind of wondering.
Right.
You know, just, yeah, you don't want people trying to figure it out, okay?
Let you know
I've
that
Got Worms, the #1 name in weight loss, new to America. I've Got Worms dispensaries.
Man, you know this dickhead country that just wants to stick their thumb on the tax-paying people, not allowing us to have this great breakthrough weight loss technology.
The only reason why we don't have this stuff more available until recent, I mean, is stupid like FDA and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're just
hating.
nitpicking.
They're just haters.
Yeah.
They just want their cut.
Yeah, they want us to
saw that-
like go after like the pharmaceutical stuff instead. Like, fuck
I saw
that
the
shit.
Dallas Buyers Club. I know what it's about.
Great movie.
That's right. That's right. All right.
Well,
He
I
was
know-
in the movie. He
know-
didn't say that in
I
the
know
movie.
Jared Leto won the Oscar for that. It seemed like McConaughey was either
He won?
nominated.
No, McConaughey
Yeah,
won.
McConaughey won.
Oh, they both did.
He had a
then,
notorious speech.
Yeah. McConaughey got it.
Leto got it.
So, yeah, I've Got Worms dispensaries. Check them out. Check a local one near you. And again, keep in touch with your doctor if any of those side effects are occurring as quick as possible.
Or at least or at least let a loved one keep in touch with your doctor because you know you might be dead.
Might. It might. It's a slight deal.
That's the thing is you got to make sure you consult with your doctor before that happens.
Right.
It would be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of days with the healthcare programs and stuff, a lot of times you don't even really have to go to your doctor so much. A lot of it's online. You can almost like virtual chat.
Yeah, like, let me talk to my fucking doctor.
Just to
app.
keep the costs down, you know, virtual chat. Hey, no face person, I have some rotting of the flesh. What do I do? You know, they may not send you to the emergency room. That might not be deemed an emergency.
I almost had an emergency in my pants just a second ago. I need to consult my doctor.
Oh, you got your own private dispensary going on?
But you know what?
You know, I've heard about this stuff though.
Yeah.
And then eventually, after the worm does its job and
Yes.
you lose the weight, you pass it through, you know, like I guess you shit it out eventually.
Well, you have to go to a doctor and they have to kill it first. And remember, it's still living.
Oh,
But you've
that's
lost
right.
weight. That's fantastic.
Right. Well, okay. What some people have done before this has now become available, some people have gone down to
Mexico.
like Mexico or other countries, and they'll intentionally, and you have to be careful. You don't get the pork. I've done too much reading on this. You don't get the pork tapeworm. That will definitely lead to death. You get the beef.
I thought you were gonna say that.
You get
was
the beef
cost
tapeworm.
one.
Take the carne asada.
Yes.
Carne asada.
You get the
tapeworm.
beef tapeworm. The beef tapeworm will get in there, you know, and just eat your groceries, and so to speak.
Well, so now, like, I imagine, like, you know, like pregnant women, you know, I guess now after that procedure, you would go, like, out to eat on the border.
Yeah.
And, you know, you would probably need to order, like, an appetizer and your entree and maybe even a dessert. And when the servers looked at you, like, how the fuck are you putting it? Like, oh, I'm eating for two now.
That's right. That's right. You can eat whatever you want. That's the cool part.
You just won't get any of the nutrition.
Just remember, eventually, you're going to pass that thing. And it's going to be, well, you got to go to a doctor. He's got to kill it. Imagine that. He's got to kill it first.
Right.
Then you got to pass that thing. Wow. So,
But you know, my wife is thinking about doing a similar diet regimen.
Yeah.
She every time she gets pregnant, she loses 30 pounds.
wow.
Seriously.
Yeah.
She loses weight.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
are y'all trying again?
She wants another one.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. It's a parasite
Right.
that's causing you to lose weight.
And you got to pass it eventually.
Yeah.
Typically 9 months.
Well, of course, now you know, that's our sponsor. We gotta, we've gotta.
Most people don't want to say that they've got worms.
Yeah,
They
well,
want to call it a baby.
we gotta transcend business
gotta-
their way, though.
You got to shift the culture.
Right. Exactly.
We've been stuck in a rut for way too long.
Yeah, well, sometimes we get stuck in judgment and we don't really look at the facts, you know? Like, oh, this thing's just stealing nutrients from me. No big deal.
You know what
I
speaks
never,
to Americans?
I wouldn't have wanted them or needed them anyways.
You know what? You know what speaks to Americans though?
What?
Results.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, it's similar to our steroid talk a couple of weeks ago or whatever. So, you know, results. We lost the weight. Boo. Booyah. Well, you could gain it back. Yeah, and I could also do it again.
And God, I could also fuck your mother.
That's right. Do whatever I want.
Wait a minute, I already have. I mean, again.
So tomorrow night, national championship, Clemson Tigers facing off with the Alabama Crimson Tide. If you remember last week, Nostradamus predicted that the
Son of
Clemson,
Satan.
Clemson Tigers would defeat the Alabama Crimson Tide in the national championship, which is an interesting prediction. Also, his Indianapolis Colts prediction last week did come true.
Oh.
So he is he's on fire right now. I mean, not literally.
What does he mean by? What did he mean by? What do you think he meant by the devil or something? Do people not like that guy or something?
Yeah, not most people. I mean, there's
A lot of people
that
don't.
worship him, and
Yeah, a lot of
You know,
people
Ozzy
Or
don't.
do you think
Osbourne and-
Nostradamus is somehow a closet Alabama fan?
possibly
Maybe.
he's probably a closet lots of things.
Oh.
But
I think
What
he's
do
a
you?
clo-
What do you? What do you?
I think he's a closet. look, I'm just gonna come out there and say it. I think he's a closet
Pansexual?
What are we
homeless
saying?
guy.
He's a
think-
closet
No,
homeless
no,
guy.
dude, no, stop. No, he's not.
No, I think they term the
He
they
helps
prefer the
out.
term
He helps
free
out a
range.
lot of times with the homeless and the less fortunate. But
I don't think they like being called homeless, right? I think they just like being called free range.
Free range.
like cattle,
Like chicken.
Like chickens?
Yeah,
What are we
free
gonna
range.
eat them?
like bucket. Excuse me, I am free range.
No, I don't like being like tied down like with a home
Oh
per
man,
se.
that's awesome.
I'm calling homeless people from this day forward free range people.
Free range. Free range.
I thought you were doing like some William Wallace shit or something.
Like free birds.
free range.
Yeah.
Castrate him.
We have nowhere to go, but we're free.
It's really fucking cold.
Us and our dogs. I love that. That was a Norm Macdonald joke where he's like, yeah, I feel sorry for these dogs with homeless people. They must be confused. Like, man, this is the longest walk ever.
That's a good joke, but you know, dogs probably love it. That's what they like to do. They like to walk.
Yeah, they can go. all
Being in
day.
a house is honestly probably weird for them.
It probably is. Well, yeah, because you're walking a lot. You're with you're getting attention all the time because your owner's got nothing else better to do.
Yeah.
So,
And people will-
you're getting best of all worlds here.
And a lot of people will stop and give them dog food. And
Yeah, how much worse could you be eating?
You're
You
more
you might
likely
be
to
eating
eat better than your owner.
Right.
It gets flipped.
Yeah, people love dogs. They're like, they see the homeless person, they see the dog, they're like, oh, here's for the dog.
Yeah.
Probably give them an old burrito. The dog's like, this is great.
I love it. Fantastic.
And the
Everybody
homeless-
loves me.
The homeless person just waits and as they go away and like, give me that fucking burrito. You ain't
I'm eating
getting
half of
shit."
that, you
No.
asshole.
Like the dog's eating that shit slow or something. You don't have time to rip that away.
Maybe they get a little dog. That would be the way to go. If you're homeless, man, why don't we see more of this? If
Yeah,
you're
it's
homeless,
all big dogs.
get a little dog.
Yes.
People love it.
Yeah.
Like my wife can't just walk by a little dog. She can't just like
Right.
She's like, oh my god, it's a little dog. I gotta fucking touch it and talk to the owner about this shit.
Fucking little dogs.
It's like
I
Tim.
know.
It's like drunk Tim with anybody that's wearing a sports jersey. She can't stop herself.
Right.
She's like, and imagine if you're homeless, you've got this fucking little dog or whatever. Fuck your sign. Just have the
Fuck your
fucking
sign.
dog.
No, you
Right.
like go like Paris Hilton the shit out of it and like steal a little tiny purse from some bitch and carry the chihuahua around in your little purse.
Yeah, and then people will be like, oh my god, it's a cute dog. Here's some money. Here's some food. Here's my vagina. I love the little dog. And then-
Oh man,
What kind of
I might become homeless on purpose and get a little dog.
is there a Tinder app for that?
If not, that's an opportunity. So national championship, Clemson Tigers, the spread.
I was about to say, what's Alabama's
It
line?
started off, Alabama was favored by a touchdown. Just a few days ago, they were favored by 6, but now the line has gone down to only 4.5.
Ooh.
So it tells you
Clemson's
where
getting
some of the
some
money's
respect.
tells you where some of the money's going. But yeah, Alabama's favored by 4.5 points. That's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on ESPN.
And of course, if you jump on that early and take the 7,
yeah, you get that. Yeah.
then they have to stick with it.
At the time you place the bet. But it'll be really interesting. I mean, Alabama seems like everybody's calling this super team, like there's no weaknesses, blah blah blah. But Clemson's got NFL talent on defense.
Again.
But my question marks for Clemson are, we were talking about this at your place of work this morning actually with your boy Isaiah.
Oh yeah.
Because he was like, you want to put money on the game? I was like, no. but I was saying because he was saying Clemson's going to win it.
Y'all
He
didn't
was with
say y'all were hanging with me, right?
no, of course not.
All right, just making sure.
But he lines up with Nostradamus. He says Clemson's going to win. I said, let's hold the brakes for a sec. Clemson is playing with a true freshman quarterback. He's never been this experienced before. And Clemson's front seven's the best in the country, but their secondary's weak. And let's face it.
Alabama's passing offense.
And they can pass the ball. So, I mean, now if Clemson can get to him, it won't matter. He's going to suck. Yeah, obviously they're going to make his life a living hell. But if they don't.
So what's the argument? Because I hear, Alabama's number 2 in offense and defense, right?
Yes.
That's really what makes them super. So what's the argument for the Tigers?
They're incredibly balanced. The Tigers have the best. A lot of times people look at your defensive front, like your defensive line and linebackers, and they're like, well, if they can get to the quarterback, they can wreak havoc. They're all NFL guys. They're going to go to the NFL. They're really good. The problem is,
well coached.
but the problem is Alabama's balanced. They can block those guys. The quarterback can throw to the guys that they may have a tough time covering in the secondary. I just feel like the keys to a good football, especially in NFL, but something even like a national championship game like this, you want to look at who's the coach, what's the coaching, who's coaching against who, like who makes bonehead decisions, who doesn't. You got 2 really good coaches going against each other. You might give a slight edge to Alabama's coach.
Of course.
Then you look at the quarterbacks. Well, you've got Tua for Alabama, who's already won a national championship last year.
And almost won a Heisman this year.
And then you got the quarterback for Clemson, who had a good season, but he's a true freshman, and he's never been in this environment before.
He's like fucking 19 years old.
This is a new experience. Yeah, I would give the slight edge to, or not just slight, I would give a decent edge to the guy for Alabama. Then another thing you look at is your offensive and defensive lines. I mean, those are going to be pretty close.
Would you take a bet on the spread? You're obviously pro Alabama.
I'm pro Alabama overall.
Would you bet them beating that spread?
Well, especially seeing how I probably would, especially with the line coming down that much.
I don't know. With the line coming down that much, that means they're thinking it's going to be a really close game. Like it might end within just like a field goal, within a field goal or less, something like that. So it'll be a good game. I'm looking forward to that at least.
You think it'll be high scoring or low scoring? Do you know what the
middle? I don't know what the over. I can find out. I think over under on this game.
I figured the OU Alabama game was going to be more high scoring than that.
58.5 over under. So that's like a 29-29. So
about 4 touchdowns to 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Maybe 31-28 or some shit like that.
Yeah, 31-28 type of football game. That's about normal.
Man, I would have to take the under on that one, I guess.
So
I think defense is going to rule.
It'll be good. I still pick Alabama. I'll not secretly, we're doing this on a show right now. I'll be rooting for Clemson, but can't stand Alabama. But
our OU defensive coordinator
if I had to pick a team, I would pick Alabama to win this. I feel like they have the necessary advantages. So
they're gonna win again.
But I'll root for Clemson. Whatever.
It's fun to root for the underdog.
Yes, it is.
Where the fuck is Tanya Harding when you need her?
That is a good question. Maybe we can one day ask. Surely Alexa knows.
Maybe
yes, and I'm drunk, Tim. Don't call me Shirley.
Maybe she's where all the Cowboys went.
Yeah, of course. Wherever the Cowboy 90s reference.
Oh my God! You're listening to Tits, brought to you in part by I've Got Worms Dispensaries. Still to come, we've got Dirty Dictionary coming up. Is it okay that LeBron has called himself the GOAT? And we're going to talk a little bit of Thunder basketball. But first, I want to do a Tinder update. Can we do a Tinder update?
You mean
drunk
Tim?
Because we have
a drunk Tinder date.
Yeah,
update.
Drunk Tinder date.
Tinder.
Or Tinder update. because Lonnie sent a message 10 minutes ago. Okay, remember, Drunk Tim started off by sending a message saying, I want to be on you. Lonnie has replied, wow. He has gone on and replied, well, that's right, lucky you. To which she has now replied, debatable. This just in.
Well, fuck.
No, that's good. What is she?
Well, at least we got her still like on the hook.
Yes.
Yeah, she. It's debatable. First of all, she could have just as easily come back and said,
You're a creep, or
yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm offended.
I mean, yeah. Ideally, you would love for her to come back and be like, absolutely, I want to fuck your brains out. But what?
So okay, so here now, so we should be like with the question mark. I want you to be on me.
Can you send pictures? How do GIFs work in this thing? Because
You can send a GIF.
I would power the GIF if I were in this situation. GIFs say so much.
What do you want?
They're
What
the
kind of
gifts
GIF?
that keep on giving?
What kind of GIF do you want to send?
Or they're the gifts that keep on gifting?
Well, you could stick with a Ron Burgundy GIF.
You want me to look up Ron Burgundy GIF?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to be on you, so that way maybe she gets it. I guess is what you're going for.
The reason why the GIF came up is because she's talking about debatable, and maybe this is just me. This is Drunk Tim's thing. So I'm just I'm just throwing in my
They're really
2
young,
cents.
but I bet you they have really tight vaginas.
Huh. Okay.
Well, so
Do you want the one where he punts Baxter off of the bridge? Or
would be random.
do you want
I
the
thought we
one
were
where
gonna-
he starts smoking a cigarette and says, I don't believe you.
yes, that's a good one.
I immediately regret this decision.
No.
No, you
No.
don't want that.
I don't believe you. I'm kind of a big deal.
That's a big one
I
too.
like that one a lot. So we're not doing the.
We're doing
I
the
wanna be
GIF.
on you.
No, we're doing the GIF. I don't believe you, or I'm kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
And
I like that one.
it is done.
It is done.
Nice. See, we're mixing it up. You might not have even thought to go GIF.
Sometimes I
Yeah,
do.
use the power of the GIF.
Chance knows. I message you all, like I gif it up a little bit,
Yeah.
or the little emoji. you
Mix
know.
it up. Probably go ahead and say right now. Next time, maybe not send a GIF.
Right.
You know, kind of just give it a good mix.
Yeah.
Give it a good mix. I love
Act
it.
like you're asleep.
Speaking of a good mix, here
Whoa, we got caught in the cord here.
Oops, sorry.
That's hot.
comes. Wow. Look at that's embarrassing.
Your hat is hot.
Thank you.
My 9-year-old has the same one.
I thought he was talking to me. I'm not wearing a hat.
You're the only hat in the room.
I love it. Oh, I've told you I like your belt buckle.
Oh my goodness.
I like the Chargers defense.
They're good. That's a good unit they got. The whole team is good. I mean, they've got talent everywhere.
Well, it's just the start of the second quarter, so.
Yeah, but this is in a tough Baltimore. I mean,
Be an
this
impressive win.
it would. This is a big game. So, let's I'm going to save Dirty Dictionary for in a minute because I want to intertwine that with a possible Lonnie update.
I guess
Okay.
someone had
Um,
broken it a little bit.
What happened there? What?
It's a cracked glass.
Oh, it is.
I don't know if y'all throw those away. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once
I
they're
didn't-
cracked like that, yeah.
I didn't taste any glass.
Once you're cracked, you can't go back.
That is something to live off of. Yeah.
Once you crack-
I'll be right back.
All right.
We'll be right, Beethoven.
All right. So, let's talk some quick NBA.
Okay, NBA. First of all, you gotta go with
You
the
gotta go with
Thunder.
the Thunder, the Oklahoma City, and then you got Paul George. He's number 13. Yeah. So, all right. So we do start off with the Thunder. Thunder are currently still second in the West which is really good. Remember last year they struggled, man.
But first in our hearts.
And first in our hearts.
Nuggets still keeping that top spot.
Nuggets are still the top spot. We're only a game and a half. We're tied with the Warriors for second place. Game and a half.
They play the Wizards tonight at 6.
Yes, that is correct. Is that here in Oklahoma City?
At Oklahoma City, yes.
Wizards, are they any good? Who
No, they suck balls.
Oh, they got Wall.
Yeah. Their exact record is 15-24.
Yeah,
the
they
Wizards.
suck balls.
They are
Man, why won't Wall
11th
go to
in the East.
Why won't he go to a real fucking team?
They're trying to deal him. There was even talks, just ones of many. All
We
these
don't
free
need
agents
that.
have going to the Lakers now. We already have Wall and Westbrook are the same player. Westbrook's just better.
What did you say the Wizards' record was?
15-24, sir.
Okay, yeah.
They are 13 games out of first place in the East.
Yeah, he would be probably a really good fit out there in Los Angeles. Well, of the Laker variety.
Yeah, they would need to get rid of a point guard or two, though. I mean, you got Rondo and Lonzo Ball at the point, and then you bring in John Wall, who's a point guard. Somebody's got to go.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's part of the trade, I'm sure, but
Wall's going to be more effective than either one of those.
yeah. Yeah, because Rondo's only effective when he wants to be, and that's not real convenient. Right now, LeBron's been out with an injury. He, he's one of the things about LeBron James has been throughout his career, he's been very durable. This is his 16th year. You forget he's only 33 years old, but he started in the NBA at such a young age.
Yeah, came out of high school.
But now he's starting to see some injury bug. He's missed some games. The Lakers have kind of
Suffered.
fallen off a little bit. They're now an 8th seed. They're 21-18. But in the West, that doesn't mean much. That means they're only 6 games out of first place.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not.
Then I think I saw that they've got a pretty decent lead over 9th place. So.
Yeah, game and a half. Game and a half over Utah.
Oh, I thought it was more.
No, the West is tight, man. Look, the Pelicans, who are 15th, the New Orleans Pelicans, the worst team is the Phoenix Suns. They're completely out of it. But next above them is the New Orleans Pelicans with Anthony Davis. They are 18-22. They're only 9.5 games back of first place.
They're the second
and they are the
worst.
second worst team in the West. That's how tight the West is.
Fuck, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Somebody could
get on a hot streak, and all of a sudden, a team that's 15th could be 6th or 7th out of nowhere, and you're like
7-3.
Damn, what happened? That's just how tight the West is this year. So it's great that the Thunder is in second, but man, that could change in a heartbeat. One loss could, So I'm glad the one thing that the Thunder are doing a great job of this year is. Last year they were losing to teams they had no business losing to. And this year it seems like they're doing a good job of taking care of business. For the most part, they're beating the teams they're supposed to beat. Like tonight, the Wizards, they're 15-24. That's a team you're supposed to beat. So I hope I didn't just jinx that. But typically they would go out and then tonight win the thing like they're supposed to. So Paul George has been on MVP fashion here lately. I mean, he has been rocking it.
40-point games.
And Westbrook, quite honestly, he's been quiet. Like he hasn't
been
scored.
sucking.
No. I think his game is changing a bit. He hasn't scored as many points, but he's still getting the rebounds. He's still getting the assists. And Paul George is almost kind of taking more of it's almost allowing Paul George to become more. While Westbrook becomes a little bit less, and the team seems to be doing better.
Very John the Baptist, Jesus kind of going on.
Right. The team seems to be doing better as a result, by the way. And Russell Westbrook's on pace. He could still average a triple-double by the end of the season at the rate he's going, which would be the 3rd year in a row. I mean, obviously, he did it 2 years in a row. That's never been done before. So he's uncharted territory. I mean, he's just killing it.
He's about to break another one of his records.
Exactly. So, amazing job by the Thunder. In the East, the Bucks, the team I keep telling people to look out for, have taken first place of the East. They're battling back and forth with Toronto right now. Remember, I was telling you the indicator that teams are doing well or maybe they're not looking great now, but look for them in the future because of point differential. The Bucks are still in first place, or as far as the best point differential in the league.
So the Bucks
much?
stops there.
Yeah,
The Bucks. How much is their point differential?
9.5, which is no one else is even close. So, like the Celtics were 7th or 8th, and they had a good point differential, and now they're coming up. They're now up to 5th, and they still have one of the better ones. I could still see them rising up the ranks in the East. And in the West, the Thunder still have the best point differential in the West at 6.4.
That's awesome.
The Nuggets, who are in first place, it's 5.4. So, anyway, just a little indicator.
What do you think it's
something
going to take for the Thunder to kick Denver and the Nuggets?
Well, once they get Robertson back and they get more of a defensive presence, I think that's going to be. I know some people like to make fun of that guy Robertson, but I think he's defensively he's the difference for them because he's a shutdown kind of guy. He can shut down your star scoring guy, and now you've got to force the other guys to make up in certain areas where that person couldn't.
So he's like our new Cephalosha.
Yeah, he's been that. That's why they pay him $10 million a year, is because that's what he does. He shuts people down. He can defend.
Makes chaotic stuff
But
happen.
we're waiting on him to get fully healthy so he can do that. And once he does, and if the Thunder keep playing like this and add that defensive presence to it, I feel like the Thunder are going to be in good position to compete.
Shake things up.
I'm not going to go all crazy and be like, oh, they're going all the way. But they have a shot. They could.
At least make it past the first fucking round.
They'll be one of the top 3 because right now it looks like it's a fight between like the Nuggets, Golden State, and Oklahoma City. The Houston Rockets went on a tear for a while, but that's not going to last. That was like James Harden going off, but it's not.
Traveling only gets you so far.
It's not sustainable. I didn't put it in my notes, but there was a thing. Steph Curry in the game.
Yeah, I watched that.
In the game, Steph Curry attempted the double jump back or whatever, and he got called for traveling. And he made a comment in the post game. He said, "Well, he didn't specifically call out James Harden, but he did say, I guess only certain people can get away with this move." And of course, obviously, he's talking about James Harden, Captain Double Travel. But yeah, Steph Curry was calling that out.
Unbelievable. I've always liked Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But that makes me like him more.
He's just poking a little fun at Harden, but
I was using this one as a cleats.
But yeah, Harden's been on a tear, man. He's been scoring like crazy. He's had to. For the Rockets. Rockets at one point was towards the cellar of the West. Now they're back. They're at least competing.
They're in contention.
They're scoring. I don't feel like they're the real deal. I don't think they'll last when it comes to the season. But yeah, there's that double one I was talking about.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Where Rubio, he does that travel, and then Rubio gets called for the foul, and Harden gets to shoot 3 free throws, and they win the game. Rubio's going, foul? The guy traveled. The hell back there?
Profusely traveled.
You didn't say I fouled him.
Big Paul, this has been something I've been fucking tripping the fuck out on. It is so ridiculous that he gets away with this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I was watching this college basketball game, and all these fucking kids are looking up to jackass pieces of shit like him doing this shit. So this college kid does the fucking James Harden move. Travel. No shit!
Dude, but I'll be honest. I remember, look, maybe I was just young and I don't know. I felt very convinced that Michael Jordan traveled all the time.
Oh
And
yeah,
it
he
was never
took
called
he
on
took
him.
3 steps a lot. Michael, he did get just like Patrick Ewing.
Well, and
was
Magic
even
Johnson,
worse.
that's my favorite player of all time, Magic Johnson. But the guy would palm the ball. At what point do you call travel? You can't just sit there mid movement and just palm the ball and go with the ball.
I guess
That's technically traveling too. Like there's times where he's running, like, you know, before he's doing these great passes, you're so caught up with the great pass, you're like, wait a minute, he did kind of take a couple of steps and was just kind of holding on to the ball and doing this thing, you know? It's like Harlem Globetrotters, like, technically that's traveling, but...
As a viewer, yeah, you get caught up in that. But refs, that's what they're supposed to be watching for.
Yeah, they're not. They're supposed to be non-biased.
They're not. I was like, whoa, that was a great shot.
But
No,
like,
you
Man,
idiot.
I'm glad I paid money to
But-
see this.
But let's face it, the NBA is a star-driven league, and
Always has
love
been.
it or hate it, and
for
they
a lot of
are a
years.
star-driven league. They know where the money's coming from. They know what the fans are about. They know.
Just like how baseball is going to allow the steroids and shit because they make more money when people get roided
It's a
up.
business.
Yeah.
These are all businesses.
You gotta get butts in the seats. You gotta get viewers on the television.
Jerseys sold.
There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, and
This ain't the fucking Olympics.
no.
There's no grandiose, I'm doing this for my country bullshit. You're doing it for a paycheck.
That's right.
And they're paying you top dollar for a damn reason.
That's
They're
right.
making bank.
That's right. So LeBron James earlier in the week, he's got the show The Shop on HBO. Basically, it's him and some other celebrities hanging out at this barber shop somewhere in Los Angeles, and they talk basketball. And that's where he made some of the comments about the controversial comments about NFL owners are have a slave mentality. Well, he's got another thing. It's called More Than Basketball.
But they don't have a slave mentality. They have a
Slave driver mentality.
right.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Like the players. Yeah. They look at the players like slaves.
Let's
Right.
just put.
Let's clarify here.
Yeah, let's put things where they are.
Right.
I haven't
Well,
really given this thought, but hearing that right now, I mean, those are some well-kept slaves.
Hell, I wish I'd fucking slave for you.
I mean,
Sign me up.
right.
Well, gosh, I don't know, man. Some of those hits now at this age, I don't know that I'd want to take any of those hits. But
You probably weren't trying to get some commentary on that, but that's my commentary.
there you go. Hey.
Like, please let me be a slave if that's the case.
Well,
those are definitely all house Negroes.
oh my goodness. So there's that. That's at the 1 hour 42 minute mark. So anyway,
Well, but you know that's a thing. You know,
it's a thing. Yeah.
the ones that weren't
Right.
house,
So on his other thing, LeBron's got multiple media aspects, right? He's got the HBO show. He's got the movie deal. He's got another series thing going on called More Than Basketball.
and he's got Sprite.
Sprite. Well, on More Than Basketball, he came right out and said that he is the GOAT. GOAT is greatest of all time, in case you didn't know, Big Paul.
Oh,
Acronym.
All right. It's a term being thrown around a
Totes.
lot these days.
totes.
Yeah, totes my goats. He says he is self-proclaiming himself as the GOAT, and the very reason for it, the thing that he links it to, is the 2016 NBA Finals, where his Cleveland Cavaliers defeated the mighty Golden State Warriors in that
After
finals.
being down 3-1 in the series.
That's right. And he said that single-handedly propelled him
Above Michael and everybody.
as the GOAT of basketball. What do you think about that?
Fuck you, LeBron. No, Michael. MJ.
You only get the most intelligent comment.
Thank you for that commentary.
Well, LeBron doesn't chew Big Red, so fuck you, LeBron. But, yeah, MJ. Like, fuck off, man. MJ's the greatest. He's the GOAT.
Is it statistically speaking? Well, I wonder, on paper, how many championships does Michael Jordan?
6.
Michael has 6. He's 6 for 6.
And LeBron has
2.
3.
3.
He won one
3.
with the Heat.
He won 2 with the Heat and 1 with Cleveland, that
Well, I remember
2016
one
one.
he lost with the Heat to the Spurs, I want to say.
No,
Yeah.
they lost the first one to the Mavericks. That
Yeah.
first year in Miami. Then he won 2, and then he got out.
What
I thought
about
he
And
lost
then
the
he
finals
won
to the
and he
Spurs.
won one. He's lost more finals than he's won. I think he's like 3-5.
3 and 5.
So-
Michael Jordan is 6-0 in
6-0.
NBA Finals series.
Yeah. So, but is that the only stat you go to for being the GOAT, the greatest player of all time? Is you go to finals wins and losses?
Well, okay, so LeBron has 217 playoff games.
Yeah.
Total, Michael Jordan had 179.
Okay.
What was the stat? Playoff games?
Total playoff games. I don't know. I mean,
LeBron
some of
had
these,
what? 2.
LeBron had 217.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan had 179. LeBron has 3 Olympic medals, 2 gold, and Michael Jordan had 2. But LeBron has an additional bronze.
Yeah, Michael doesn't know how to win bronze medals.
I don't know what this stat.
Like, am I
is
supposed to make a penny out of this or some shit?
Yeah.
here. Seasons, both 15, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, they both played the same amount of seasons so far?
Career minutes, they're pretty close. 41,000. Some 688 minutes.
Well, Michael had to play college ball, whereas LeBron got an early start. I
Right.
think-
He came right out of high school. Yeah.
Did Michael play all 4 seasons? All 4 years at North Carolina?
If I remember, I think he came out after his junior year.
Here's something that I think matters: career points. Since they're pretty equal in time, Michael Jordan has 32,292 career points. LeBron has 29,105. Points per game, Michael Jordan had 30.1. LeBron has 27.2.
Yeah, Michael Jordan leads, like, he is the GOAT on points per game.
But
Like
LeBron
career.
has him on rebounds per game.
Well, he should. He's fucking 6'8" and 250 pounds.
Well, here's the problem when we talk about basketball and who's the greatest player, and that's where things get a little, because of style of play, positions of play. Not only that, but eras, the time when players played. I mean,
They're more athletic now than
it's
they
funny
ever
that
have
people
been.
immediately go to LeBron versus Michael Jordan as far as the greatest player of all time. And some people would say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, why are you so easily leaving him out of the equation? He scored the most points of all time of any player
Or
for a
Wilt
career.
Chamberlain.
He's got 6 MVPs, which is more than LeBron, which is more than Jordan, I believe, too. He's, I mean, the guy was literally, he had the unstoppable move. The
Well,
sky hook.
This guy, you can't
Kareem
touch
has
this.
5 years on James, though.
True.
So he had 20 years. LeBron had 15.
Yeah.
Or has 15.
Yeah.
But you know what? One more statistic I did want to bring up to wrap up the Michael Jordan thing.
Yeah.
He has Michael Jordan on one statistic. Like, a lot of these are close. Like, he has a few, but they're like relatively close.
I think Michael's got him on assists per game.
But James has him on triple doubles, big time.
Yeah.
So
well, because
Michael had 28.
Michael didn't rebound the ball that much. Yeah.
So on
He had Rodman and Pippen and Horace Grant.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the problem you get into is like, well, why would he rebound the ball a lot? You had Dennis Rodman on your damn team.
The greatest rebounder of all time, you know, arguably.
True, let them do what they do best.
Right. So, I don't know.
NBA championships, Jabbar has 6.
Yes.
James has 3.
And of course,
Jabbar-
Jabbar, he's, you know, had Magic Johnson and James Worthy and, you know, this amazing cast around him as well.
Right. It's just really, to me, it is very difficult to argue greatest player of all time because, I mean, there's just even back when Wilt played, Wilt Chamberlain's another argument. But even when Wilt played, it wasn't fair because he would average. There was a couple of seasons where he averaged like 50 points a game and 20 rebounds a game, and you're just like, that's obscene numbers. But that's also back when the box in the NBA where you're allowed to stand was much smaller than it is now. They expanded the box. There's like a 3-second rule where you can't stand in that box for more than 3 seconds. Well, back then that box was smaller.
I didn't know that.
So here you have this 7-foot fucking guy nearer, like closer to the basket because he's allowed to get closer to the basket. And so, of course, he's snagging fucking 20 rebounds a game. And you're just like, well, there's the 7-foot guy grabbing 20 rebounds a game. Is he?
That guy is smoking a pipe
What the shit?
as he's walking to the car.
And he's got like one of those
The
Russian
American
fucking
Revolution
houses.
is over, dude. The American Revolution is over.
He must have a tiny
No,
musket in that
no, it's
backpack.
not. No, it's not.
Shimmer me
we
timbers.
see some characters in our bulletproof, soundproof.
Yeah. 407 years ago.
But not only that, as far as comparing who's the greatest, you're also disenfranchising. It's like saying who's the greatest football player of all time.
Right.
Well, that's
Lawrence
not fair.
Taylor.
Are you talking about a quarterback?
Yeah, there's so many different positions.
Well, why
and
can't-
a lot of times you by default go to a quarterback.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's the best football player. I mean, football in and of itself is not a skill. So which skill are you saying is the highest quality skill to be the best football player? Am I the best tackler? Am I the best thrower?
Am I
the
the
best
best
catcher?
offensive
Am I the
lineman?
fastest runner? Am I the you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
People just tend to do this, and there's always wrong with people love lists.
Yes.
I do too.
oh, I do too. I'm a
But-
sucker for him.
But there's so much. They're
Like the
so
SNL.
faulty. Like also they do it with music. Like, who's the greatest guitarist? Well, I'm sorry, it may be a guy you don't even know. He's playing in a shithole somewhere.
tiny bar.
Because first of all, you haven't defined what music you're talking about. Are you only listening to rock and roll? Are you
Are you
listening
talking
to?
about the fastest? Because I've seen guys that are like, make Eddie Van Halen look like fucking idiots.
Are you talking about guys that are innovative with how they play? Are you talking about, so defining, people like to make lists like that, but it's really hard to define.
It is
Me too.
hard.
Like greatest movies of all time. Fuck, comedy, drama, action.
Yeah, and what if you're a fantastic actor or a musician or whatever, and you're in a movie that sucks, or you're in a band that people don't like? So, like for example, let's say that somebody doesn't like Van Halen's music. Do you put Van Halen as an excellent guitarist because separate from the fact that maybe you didn't like David Lee Roth,
You didn't like his vocals or something.
Right.
he was a innovative guitarist. But if you don't like David Lee Roth, what's the odds that you're going to put him on the list?
Right.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. All right. So, what do you want to do? We got two options here. Drunk Tim Tinder update or Dirty Dictionary?
Oh, it's a choice?
Yep.
Don't make us choose.
Let's do Drunk Tim Tinder update. All right. All right. Remember, last time we spoke with Lonnie, we sent it in the form of a Ron Burgundy gif that said, "I'm kind of a big deal." All right. Remember, before she seemed a little She said as much. She said, debatable. To which we replied, I'm kind of a big deal. So now Lonnie has replied, who shall we ask that would say different? Raises and does the hand thing. Raises hands. So
Like
is
the,
she?
like
So
the
is
church,
she?
like the church in hand.
So is she saying who would we ask that says different that you're a big deal, and then she's raising her hands? I think that's what she's saying.
Let me see what the.
All right. So All right, so I think we're starting to lose Lonnie.
Yeah.
No, but we're
What
not
can we
giving up.
do?
We're not giving up on this battle.
We got to recover.
How are we
can't.
How are we hooking her back in?
Do we do an LOL or something like that to let her know we're kidding, or?
I just like opening with crazy icebreakers, just to get the awkwardness out of the way, and then what do you think?
He was just kidding.
Or do you think she's already kind of like, I don't know. She's replying.
She's still there.
She's replying, so she's still kind of hooked in. Like, what's this motherfucker about? Right?
You know what? I say
You know,
Go all the way?
You know, walruses have the of all mammals, walruses have the largest penis. I have this, or the second largest penis. I have the first.
You know what? Wait. What if we pushed ahead?
Why don't
but
we find
did-
out in person?
But we did a little. See something like that. Yeah.
Yes. I'm kind of a big deal. Who shall we ask that would say different?
I think I could prove you wrong, but I'd like to prove you wrong, or something like that.
I'd like to prove you wrong. It's going in right now.
This is happening. That's not too bad.
I'd like to prove you wrong. Okay. And leave it at that.
That seems as good as anything.
Bam. It's done. It is sent. And we will do some dirty dictionary. And maybe we'll get a response before the end of the show. What do you
Nice.
think?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, good. I'm so glad we didn't leave out Dirty Dictionary. You know I love it. Dirty Dictionary is my favorite. I'll tell you what. I was very.
We don't have Drunk Tim here to play Dirty Dictionary, but we have Tuesday here now. So
I don't think Tuesday's a fan of Dirty Dictionary. She gets a look on her face.
Yeah, and probably rightfully so. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
But you know what? Whenever I was, believe it or not, actually a pretty naive kid, and I had not heard some of these weird, dirty terms.
Yeah.
You know, until I was a young adult. In my early 20s.
Yeah.
And some of them I was like, I didn't get it. I wasn't like, this is guy talk.
Yeah.
Guys talk like this. So like I used to work with a bunch of ex-Navy guys, and let me tell you what, they lived up to their reputation.
Wow, I believe that.
What do you say, cuss like a sailor, that type of deal?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm friends with a Navy guy, and
Yeah.
and it's totally true. As from my experience, they've lived up to their reputation. Well, anyway, I got hooked because the first one, I don't know, the one that hooks you is when you first find one that's funny. So I had heard like Dirty Sanchez.
Right.
There's nothing funny about that, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's okay. That didn't really tickle me.
Yeah.
I think the first one I ever heard was the Eiffel Tower.
Yes. Then it starts getting creative.
Yeah, because I'm like, that puts a mental image in my head. Like,
Yes.
okay, they're taking the shape of it, and it's ridiculous. It's like, who's doing this? Who's performing these things? But I was hooked. Anytime guys are sitting around, sailors, whoever you're talking about, when guys start talking about this, and it's guy talk. I don't know that there's a woman I've ever met that jumps in on this.
Yeah.
Ever. But hilarious stuff. So, man, I'm a sucker for
Maybe
it.
they do now. We'll find out.
Momentarily.
Drunk Tim is back, so now I'm going to come out with the first Dirty Dictionary phrase. Let's see.
Maybe we should put this on Drunk Tim's Tinder app.
Right, like a
Well,
resume.
we might. We'll talk. We'll talk about it first. Yeah.
Like a resume. Like, I can do all these.
Yeah. Hey, baby, have you ever done this, or this?
Kama Sutra ain't got shit on
And
me.
if it's like question mark, I'll show you today. So, first term on the list.
Bend over and I'll show you.
Get on your knees and
So,
tell me you love me.
All right. So the first term on the board, French horn.
That's not fair.
French.
I know. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a rusty trombone.
This is not rusty trombone.
French
This
horn.
is a French
Oh shit.
horn.
I know the rusty trombone. That's pretty
Do you
popular.
take a French woman and like twist her up in a circle, like a horn?
You're being literal.
Yeah, understand this, and so far I've noticed a pattern here.
Right.
Whether it be Turkish,
Right.
Cambodian, Norwegian, it never has anything to do with the damn country.
Right.
Like the reason I don't even know why you know what I'm saying. So French horn.
So, but a
has
French horn.
nothing
but
to do with France.
But what Drunk Tim is picking up on is that the French horn is curly.
Like the piping.
Right.
The piping of the horn is curly. Okay, so let me take a real quick stab at it. A French horn. I don't know. It's got to be related to a rusty trombone.
And of course, you're doing something with your
It's
mouth.
got to be a pig's dick. Something curly.
You're doing something with your mouth.
Here's what a French horn is. It is the act of fellatio on a man, classically of French origin or descent, while simultaneously inserting one's hand into their anus in analogous fashion to the
Okay.
manner in which the musical instrument is played, like a French horn. That is a French horn.
I like that. I like that they.
I like that
mentioned-
Tuesday came in right as that was coming in.
I think Chance times that shit that way.
I'm not that good.
No,
He
but
just, no, you got a sixth
if he
sense.
could, he would though. If he could see it in that room.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? They arbitrarily X-ray threw
vision, here she
in
comes.
they're Frenchmen
Yeah.
because
Well-
it's really not.
If I'm to use it in a sentence, Marcel had a very severe erection when he gave Gaston a French horn. Marcel and Gaston. That's where you start
Yeah.
inserting French, like
You're
come
just
on.
trying to make it French.
Right, that's what they did here.
So I'm totally seeing like
There's
fucking.
nothing to do with a French horn. How do you hold a French horn like this or something? How do you
That makes
fucking
more like a tuba.
Hold
images. Now, not on like an actual French horn,
Yeah,
not
Google.
That's
on.
what I'm looking for. No, I'm not going to Google
Yeah, you're like my search history.
I'm just seeing fucking.
how to play the French horn.
I'm
Because
just thinking of like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, like Gaston's doing that to her.
Oh man.
okay. Yeah, all right. No, I love this. It makes total sense now. Here is how you play. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Oh, because the little
You
cup.
have your hand shoved up the horn.
The hand
Oh, yeah, because
is
you got that little cup thing, right?
right. Yeah, you got to cup it.
This is
I thought you learned a little bit of French horn and
no.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
You definitely learned some
I didn't-
French horn in
I
your
knew somebody
day.
that did. But French horn is one of the more difficult.
Yeah.
They say like the most difficult
Yeah.
instrument to play in band.
Yeah, that's what
I
hear.
imagine that Gaston would agree.
No one feels like Gaston.
Sucks like Gaston. No one's ass is incredibly stretched like Gaston.
I'm incredibly greasy with my big fist.
My, what a guy like Gaston.
When he was a lad, he did 4 French horns every morning.
Help him get large. And now that I'm grown, I get shoved up the ass, and it feels like I'm getting fucked
By a barge. No one. Okay. So
I can't remember her name, but yeah, the chick that plays Belle on the live action, the
Is
chick
it Emma Watson?
Yeah, it's Emma Watson.
from
How
the
do you-
fucking Harry Twatter movies.
Some people couldn't get past her. Like, when is Hermione gonna pull out her wand? I'm like, nerd.
Yeah, nerd. Nerd alert.
You just slap him in the face.
All right, next term up for explaining is, and this is kind of an old one, so maybe you know this one, Big Paul. But can you tell me what a juggalo is?
No, I don't know what that one is either. You find all the ones I don't know. I'm impressed. I don't know what
You
a
mean
juggalo.
like an actual juggalo?
A juggalo.
Oh, a juggalo is
I'm gonna
someone
guess
who is a
somebody
really big fan of the band Insane Clown Posse. but it's the male.
What?
Really?
Yeah, juggalo, juggalette.
That is one of the definitions?
I would have guessed it's somebody who prostitutes out their boobs just to have sex, like in between the boobs.
All right.
Titty fucking.
Look, okay,
titty fuck.
that's one of them.
Juggalo.
I'll expound a little more. Juggalos, mindless drones who claim to be original yet blindly follow the words of other idiots, i.e., the insane clown posse. They're uneducated mostly and unable to finish complete sentences, blah, blah, blah.
I don't like these fuckers either. They started a club
But
called the Juggalos and Juggalettes that love this fucking band.
A more updated version of Juggalo is a greasy, fat teenager with a Kool-Aid mustache and no friends who listens to songs about clowns in his stepmother's double-wide mobile home when he isn't hanging out at the mall food court.
Okay, so they have specified.
They've gone a little deeper. They're like more clearly like this is.
They're fucking losers.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, check out that Juggalo.
Well, I first.
Hey, I love the insane clown posse.
No, I first learned about this when I worked at Walmart. There was this cute chick, Shauna, that
Half of the people that work at Walmart are probably Juggalos.
maybe.
We could do a survey.
And so she was all like into this one dude, and this one guy that worked with us was like really upset and pissed off. And one of my coworkers, you know, she told me, I was like, "What the fuck is his big deal?" And she's like, "Oh, he's just upset because she's into this guy, and she's a juggalette, and he's not a juggalo,
Right.
and that you're only supposed to date people."
Your own kind.
Yeah, not outside your race of stupid fucking insane clown posse fans.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that these fans are pretty intense.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they take. Have you ever seen the guy with the hatchet tattoo?
No.
That's what that shit is.
It's
If
pretty.
you ever see,
it's
like,
pretty dumb.
look up the tattoo or photo of the hatchet man. If you ever see someone with that tattooed on them, that means they're a fucking idiot. That they branded themselves for the world to see without having to talk to them.
Right.
But I mean, if it was any other band, people would get behind it. Like if some bands are popular enough.
Like, you don't see Beatles fans or...
I mean, be careful what you're about to say.
Yeah.
There are some crazy Beatles fans.
I mean, true that, but probably not fucking stupid as fuck fans.
What makes them stupid, though?
Because of, like, that mentality, like the story I just told.
What does
about
Clown Posse sing, though? Because like
it's like rap and stuff like that.
okay,
you know?
are they like the Nickelback of?
They're
Nickelback of rap.
No. I'm ready. I'm ready to move on to the next
Okay,
term.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we held up on the Clown Posse.
That's
thing,
all
too.
right. I was surprised.
So what was the sexual version?
That was it.
Yeah. That was it.
Lame.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to throw that one out. This one should make up, maybe not sexually, but this will be something interesting. We just finished Christmas.
Thank God.
So, what would you think a critter Christmas is?
I don't know. It sounds a little bit like having Christmas at that Mexican restaurant that you and Big Paul went to.
No, I know it. I'm gonna nail this one. A critter Christmas
The Three Blind Mice.
is when you've got an erection. That's the Christmas tree. There's
Okay.
presents underneath.
Yeah.
The crabs. And they give it the old crawl up the tree. Merry Christmas. They're the presents under the tree. They're critters. So they're right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. I love it. It's not right, but I love it. That's awesome.
Very creative.
Yes. A critter Christmas is how Satanist woodland...
Okay. We're starting out right.
how Satanist woodland critters celebrate Christmas. But they also try to attempt to give birth to the Antichrist.
Wait. Why are they celebrating? So they're celebrating Christmas. They're woodland creatures. This is very specific.
Yeah, and there's even a little known fact with it. Only a mountain lion can stop a critter Christmas.
Why a mountain lion?
That's a known fact, apparently.
That's a known fact.
You just start with that. That's the assumption.
Yeah.
We know.
It's like garlic to
As
vampires.
listed by Regine the Hedgehog. Okay.
This is like garlic to vampires, or like holy water.
Yeah.
Oh shit! They're about to try and create the Antichrist.
Mountain
Get
lions.
the cougar.
Get the mountain lion. Karen. Yeah.
I'll get my ex-wife on it.
Critter Christmas.
What?
She's a cougar.
Cougar.
How the fuck is she a cougar? She's 30.
Well, what do you?
A cougar is that old? You gotta be older than 40.
All right.
But if you're dating people that are like 15 years younger than you,
I mean, I guess that's one way you're looking at it, but I think it's more about her age.
I mean, she's old enough. Come on. If you're in your 30s,
What is she, like 35?
something like that, you should not be with a 20-year-old. That you're a cougar if you're dating a 20-year-old.
I mean,
And
I
you're
guess.
35.
I don't know, Chance, what do you think?
If you're a woman, yeah, there's double standards.
If you're
obviously.
a cougar, like to
If
be
you're-
a cougar, don't you have to be 40 years old
What's
dating
the
a younger
stipulation?
person? Or
40. I think 40 and above is definitely.
What are you until then? If you're 35 and dating a
You're a
18-year-old,
Well, you're a.
Well, because pumas,
Yeah.
cougars,
Yeah,
mountain
puma.
lions, and Florida panthers are all the same cat. It's just where the fuck they are.
so you're talking about like there's levels like in Jedi. You're a Padawan.
Yeah, you're
Or,
not full blown cougar till you're 40.
well,
Okay.
like I think after 50, I think you're a puma.
Is it Puma?
I know puma is one of them.
Right.
I think puma. You're a cougar at 40. You're a puma at 50.
Okay. Well, Critter Christmas, that's the last of the Dirty Dictionary for this week. Before we close out, I do want to hit some update music. We've got Drunk Tim Tinder update.
Sweet.
All right.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
So this is how this is going. Remember, Drunk Tim had replied with a GIF. I'm kind of a big deal. Lonnie had said, well, who should we ask that would say different? Raise his hands, talking about her
Herself.
probably, right? So Drunk Tim comes back with the eloquent reply of, I'd like to prove you wrong. So, somehow he's kept her by being
Weird.
damn near offensive. but she's still going,
Yeah,
which means she ain't gone.
right.
It's
There's
like
hope.
it's like the 8-second game. You mount the chick and you're fucking her from behind and you're like,
Oh yeah?
your sister's better, your mother was better,
Wow.
To piss her off.
I've never
Yeah.
played
It's
played
the
this
8
game.
like 8 seconds.
It's a dirty dictionary thing.
I'll have to look this up. I've
Yeah.
never played this game.
Get her
it's
from
8
behind.
Yeah, you get it and you put your arm underneath her and stuff and you hold on and you're like, your
tell
mother
her
was
a
better,
fin-
your sister was better.
Oh,
and she's trying to buck you off.
buck you
She
off.
puts a fight up. Right.
Gotcha.
A little
Okay.
frighten you. I like that.
I'll try that. All right, so here's the response. Here's the response from Lonnie. See how that goes.
I'd like to be there.
I'll
What?
get the camera. This is escalating
Are you
quickly.
going-
webcam
Can you
it.
save the date? I wanna,
We'll make it a Build-A-Bear party. Okay.
what are we planning here?
We're stuffing bears and watching.
Watching the 8-second roll.
We got a French trombone thing. What is it? A French?
Yeah, I'll French horn that bitch. All right, here we go. All right, here's the response.
Rusty nail. I
And
like
it's longer than 1 or 2 sentences here. It's
Good.
Wow.
Remember, you've said, whether you know it or not, I'd like to prove you wrong. That's what you said. She's responded, I want a relationship. I want talking at the end of the day while making dinner and having as much wine as possible.
Do you know you're talking to drunk Tim here?
I want 10 o'clock news, then amazing sex. I want you to share your memes so I can look like I have good meme taste.
What?
I'll wait for your next message after this.
After
Wait,
this,
what's this?
Raise the roof?
Raise the hand, yeah, the hands icon. The raise.
Oh, she's dropping the mic.
Is that what it is?
No, I think that's raise the roof. Let me see what it looks
Yeah,
like.
you tell me. I'm new to these damn icons.
No, I think
God.
that's like the God thing. I think like
I need to send that to
like
my wife.
oh yeah.
Wow.
I need that icon. I think my wife would be savvy enough. She'd know what that is. Let me get a picture of it.
All right.
I'm gonna send it to the wife. While
Tell
we're
you, we
talking
are
about it.
low on time
Oh, okay.
due to battery issues.
How much we got?
We are on backup. Battery saver is on. We got some time. So, but yeah. So, I don't feel like, here's what's interesting about all this, and this is great as far as the experiment goes. I don't feel like you've struck out so far.
Oh, of course not. She'd have
No.
been gone.
You're still in the game. She's just told you a list of everything she's
Everything.
wanting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, how honest is she being? Well, I think, deep down, everybody wants these things.
Yeah.
Even somebody going for a hookup.
We should ask her like.
I don't know.
can
I
we
never
just
want
skip
the
to
10 o'clock news.
Can we just skip the great sex?
What she's saying is that she wants a normal life. Everybody grows up with normal. Anybody that grows up with normal parents or has seen normal parents
Yeah.
Or on TV.
or on TV, they see it. That's what they want. They want like, hey, honey, how are you? How was your fucking day? How the fuck are you? Where's my fucking dinner? You
Where's
eat
my
the-
food, bitch?
Yeah, you
I
eat
worked
the
and
dinner
slaved
like-
all day.
What a fucking normal life we're living. And then 10 o'clock news. I don't think she means that
Having
literally.
as much wine as possible. That's interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That's
She
not
probably
like.
doesn't even remember the news.
That's
because
not.
she's so
Yeah,
fucked up on
that's
the
not
wine.
saying I'd like to have a couple of glasses of
Okay.
wine a night. As much wine as possible.
My wife
Ask her if she doesn't mind box wine.
my wife says it's like praise Jesus. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were right. Yeah.
I'll wait for your next message after this. I feel like we have to respond. Shit, right at the end of the show and leave you on a cliffhanger.
A meme
Oh.
about a meme like with or a gift or something with somebody drinking some wine.
I want
We
you to
s-
share your memes so I can look like I have good meme taste.
Which
Look,
I don't get that. What does that mean?
Here's
What is that meme?
She's calling your GIF a meme, I think.
Yes,
She doesn't know what the fuck it's called.
but she likes it.
She looks like she might be a little bit older than
She's
me.
She's
like-
interested.
She's like,
she's
"Ah,
35.
He did a meme.
Well,
35.
she says she's 35.
She looks.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the aging has been meh for her.
I have a thought on this.
Sounds like she has a lot of wine.
I have a thought on this. First of all, I don't think that you want to
One glass of wine a
address.
day.
I don't think you want to address all this stuff.
No.
You don't
No,
wanna go
don't.
like-
Yeah, don't break it down. All right, so this girl's still interested in him, I think.
Do we want to see what Tuesday has to say
Of course
about
we
the combo?
want Tuesday.
Do you want to even comment at all?
Oh, am I checking out the prospect?
He's
Yeah,
been-
we want. Well,
he's
we
been
want a
messaging
woman's
this lady,
opinion
Lonnie.
on like how the conversation's going.
He's
Basically.
been forthcoming.
Oh. Does that mean honest?
Yeah. Not-
Sure, we'll call it honest.
I haven't been third coming. I did that yesterday.
Nice.
He'd
But,
be- he'd
but
like
she
to be
finally
first coming.
she finally breaks down and just says, "Hey, I want a relationship. I want talking at the end of the day while making dinner and having as much wine as possible. I want 10 o'clock news, then amazing sex. I want you to share your memes so I can look like I have good meme taste." That part's a little different. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll wait for your next message after this. Hands up.
Okay, so I want the 10 o'clock news. Is she looking for a fucking newscaster? Like, let me give you Kelly Ogle's like fucking extension.
No,
So out of
no.
all that, that's all you
She's
heard.
talking.
It's a joke.
I know. She's talking about the
Fuck.
day. She's talking
Yeah.
about the daily. She wants the day to day.
Right.
What
do you-
better than marrying a newscaster?
So what do you think, Tuesday?
I think she's being honest and very forthcoming, and if you're not able to give her that, then you need to be like swipe right pass. Thanks for nothing.
Oh,
Don't,
she
like,
wants
play
you to
with
be
her
very open and honest about.
I mean, she's telling you basically what she wants.
Yes.
And if you're not able
What
to
do you
give
want?
that to her,
I would say something like, I want those same things, except maybe exchange the wine for beer or
So
you know,
do, yeah,
or
you,
heroin.
yeah. Who doesn't want those things?
I don't know
Sure.
about that.
Heroin might be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
be.
Just ask Kurt Cobain.
Maybe so. We could do. What we could do is we could list them off. We could go like, I got you on the great sex.
Yeah.
Like the great sex is down. I got you
That's for sure.
on that. We could.
Who doesn't want that?
You could say. You could say.
Hey, I've known some people.
Can we sub some wine for a beer? You know what I mean? You could go through a few of them and go like, I got this, I got this, I get this. Of course, yeah, whatever. How about we get started with some, let's start with the sex.
Let's
and
start with the sex and go from there.
And go from there. That's the one way to go about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Let's start with the sex and then we can relate.
and no, like, no. Let's go. Why don't you come over to my apartment, watch some 10 o'clock news, have some sex, you know, see what happens. What, you don't like 10 o'clock news?
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's the old pizza routine.
That is the
No,
pizza
it's
routine.
no the chicken.
Yeah, what? You
It's
don't
like-
like pizza?
Like, let's
Right.
go have some chicken, some sex. What, you don't like chicken?
Right.
Right.
Hey, how about we go back to my place, fuck like rabbits, have some pizza, watch some Shark Week. No, you're disgusting. You know, like Shark Week?
Who doesn't like Shark Week?
You know, the bull shark's the most dangerous of them all.
Yeah.
What do
Got
you
a
think?
hard
So,
head.
Which direction do we go?
It's up to Drunk Tim, man. What direction do you want to go? Are you even interested? Are you,
It doesn't fucking matter if I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested in keeping you on the loop.
you're interested in, remember the ultimate goal, the final goal.
Penetration.
That's correct. No, I mean, it is, right? Hashtag
At this
Get
point,
Drunk Tim Lay
at this-
2019.
At this point, it's like penetration. You mean vaginal? Sure.
It doesn't. It's not like he has to lie. It's not as if though he
No.
doesn't want those things.
I just
But what
prefer
do you-
lying.
But what does she want somebody to come out with? She wants to go. He was like, I'm ready for those things too. That's what she wants.
I'm ready for all those things too, but be a little bit of a, like, except for the wine, I prefer beer.
Yeah.
But why
Yeah,
even
that's-
say I'm ready for all those things too?
I like all
like
of those.
I like
Not
all those
ready.
things.
Yeah.
Why even say it? Just keep that as a given. I think it's just keeping it as a given if you just address the wine thing. Like
I get you. Yeah.
Like sure, substitute, but let's make it beer. See what I mean? It's implied that he's going along with it.
I mean, he's just
Without
saying
saying
just
it.
to make it shorter. I mean, I don't know
No.
what difference it would make either way.
I
Yeah.
don't know, because I feel like there's a weakness if you come out directly and say, "Yes, I really want a relationship too." I think it sounds like
I could
it
kind
sounds
of
weak.
agree. Yeah, I agree. Do it Paul's way.
So what are you saying?
So, sure,
Sure.
who doesn't? Question mark or sure.
Comma. But let's beer for the wine. I like that a lot.
You either do that or you say fine.
Fine. You've made me submit. Fine.
Fine.
Fine, but
Sure.
fine, but
Like exclamation
sure,
point.
but let's start with the sex first. That's another way you could go. I was just saying that could.
I've been wanting to try this French horn thing.
All right.
I am for either of those. I actually
The
like
French horn thing.
going for the let's start with the sex. I'm kind of thinking that's not bad.
To be honest, you're like it's up to me, but this is more y'all's like experiment. I'm just like your little
But
puppet.
the end game is you. We're not all going in and doing
As
this,
long
girl.
as I know what you guys, as long as you guys, tell me what I said.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is that we don't hold full responsibility because, like, what if she's got AIDS? You know, there's a disclaimer at the end of this.
Well,
like,
then I will probably be finding a way to fuck y'all in the ass while you're sleeping.
See what I mean? I ain't owning that.
Note to self: change the locks.
In case brother decides to give us anal AIDS.
No,
Right.
I'm already 3 moves ahead of you. Like, I will fuck Tina, and then I will let me in the house.
You mean post AIDS?
Yeah, post AIDS.
Good Lord.
Well, no, I'll do it now.
That bitch is out today. Then that's gonna be a new update. All right. So what do I tell this girl? Sure.
Which one
But
you want?
swap sure, but swap the beer or swap the wine for beer, or swap the beer for wine.
Let's do beer instead.
But swap the wine for beer for me, please.
Works.
Swap the wine.
Question mark or period? She's a chick. She'll probably understand the period better.
Do you not like wine, by the way?
No, I do. It's just, I'm a
You're
man.
You're not willing to cave for a woman. You're
No,
I can
love me
enjoy
some,
the
I love me
occasional
some fucking
wine.
sangria.
And I'll do a smiley face.
Okay.
Boom. Keep it playful.
All right.
Maybe a wink.
It's in.
That's what she said.
All right. So you all have been listening to the Idiots Talk Sports. We are tits. We love tits. And we're going to see if we can get Drunk Tim to look at a couple of them.
Live.
So live.
If we can do it on the show, that'd be great.
If we could get it on the show, boy, we would really have to find a willing individual.
No. No. I meant live as in not watching video on my phone or something while I'm trying to impregnate my hand.
Right.
Right.
Well, I meant like on the border.
Right. But we
Have
want
her come and do a sit-in, like... So, how was your experience fucking Drunk Tim?
Howard
Yeah.
Stern did it.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Matter of fact, that's a great bit. We could do that. We are so thankful for our new sponsor, I've Got Worms Dispensaries. We're thankful to our listeners and On the Border for letting us do this here.
Tuesday.
They're always great to us. Thanks to you guys. Man, what another great show. Very interesting. Until next week, we'll have more updates. We'll have more things going on. More Drunk Tim Tender. You gotta keep posted. This is an ongoing, growing organism that's happening right now. So keep updated. Thank you for listening again. We are Tits. Well, until next time.
Peace.
Have you ever felt like shutting the fuck up?
Well, I'm out, man.